Yeah, it's on battery right now. Yeah, there's two of them in there.
Well, we were all about eating the clock last week. We didn't take as much time off the clock. We wanted to attack mode. We can't do that tonight. We have to come out and back the offense. I love what Coach Oliver said, is we're not going to take any different approach to this game that we always do. These are kids that work hard, and it's viewed as their opportunity. A lot of over the years, we've seen guys get hurt, guys step up. It just has to happen tonight.
Well, our broadcast brought to you in part by your friends at HiCom and Lions. They want to support the Miners in their Win 15 campaign by offering 15% off the cost of a new home security system. And they're not stopping there. In fact, you just mentioned that you heard about it here on the Linton football broadcast. And you'll receive your first 6 months of monitoring for only $15 a month. For more information, call Derek McKee at HiCom. He can also schedule a free in-home evaluation for you. The number to call, 800-819-8141, or you can go online to callhicom, H-I-C-O-M, callhicom.com. And Lions, no trouble whatsoever picking out who is following which team tonight. It's the red and blue of Linton against the green and white of North Central. The T-Birds have the Michigan Wolverine style helmets, the green helmets with white Wolverine-type stripes for the T-Birds. They've got white tops, white bottoms, green numbers, a little bit of black trim around the numbers. And the Miners, of course, in their home, all reds, red tops, red bottoms, blue numbers, white trim, and the red helmets with the white L on each side.
Yeah, they're just going to have to come out really fired up because, the last thing we want, what they've made a living on is Van Schoik busting that big one and all the attention being on Van Schoik. That's what North Davies did, and Bailey was able to bust them. They weren't long, sustained drives. These were big 80-yard, 90-yard runs.
Van Schoik and Berg and Austin Kutch and Anthony Risley are the captains that go out to the middle of the football field, and they'll represent North Central for the coin toss. The Miners have Zane Hayden. Got Rupska is actually in his football jersey, but he's on crutches out there, one of the tri-captains along with Trent Vowell.
That's a great group of kids, and Zane Hayden is coming off. Zane Hayden just had a great year all year on both sides of the ball, and
had a big game last Friday.
He sure did, and I gave the award to Rupska when I looked at the highlights. Hayden had heck of a game.
Was pretty good.
That was just a good game all the way around, a feel-good game. That 3.5-hour drive home was made much, much sweeter by the Miner victory. But we've got to back it up. We can't have any kind of fall down. We actually fell to number 2 in the coaches' poll, Keith, after winning a game that most people thought we weren't going to win. See Chad Trent out there, number 10 as well, loosening up, firing the ball. He's got to be ready too.
He's the JV quarterback. Yeah. That would be the varsity backup tonight. And the JV kids won again this week. They finished their season undefeated.
And that was South Putnam and Northview. They're playing some tough kids, and that makes you feel good. We got 15 seniors on this squad that are going to be gone next year. Hopefully we won't have to talk about that for a while. They say Trent throws a good ball looking out there. Once again, Keith, we missed who won the toss. I got to assign somebody a job to do that.
Actually, Bo Eaton, the start of the season, Rupska was throwing the football very, very well, and Eaton was probably second to Rupska, and I think right now it's maybe the roles have reversed a little bit as Rupska's actually been in a little bit of a slump throwing the football, and Bo Eaton has come on of late.
He hit some nice, pretty passes, but he misses some guys that were wide open for what would have been scores, and Bo throws the ball pretty well. He doesn't have the 6'2", 220 frame that Rupska has, and you pointed it out, great point, Keith. We lose him as a receiver, and what that means is defenses can now maybe shade a little bit towards Stahl, and he may have 2 guys that elude rather than 1, and I'm not sure who we'll see at that.
Well, we may see Val and Eberhardt catch the football a little bit. You just never know.
Well, somebody will step up out. Curtis Cox, I think, number 9, probably comes in and plays that receiver.
Miners are going to kick it off. Goodman tees up the football at the 40-yard line. He'll kick it from left to right. There goes Van Schoik, number 21.
Don't want to kick it to him, Keith, at all.
Back deep. He is the Mr. Everything on this football team. Dylan Bailey, their quarterback, also goes back.
Kick it to 33 on the other side.
And that's Cam Bernard, who also is a senior. This is a very talented senior class. So they're going to lose a lot of good football players at North Central. We're about ready. You're listening to WQTY Linton. We're underway. Nice kick, and it's going to bounce at the 15. Picked up at the 12 by Van Schoik up the middle of the field. Breaks a tackle out to the 30 and stopped at the 34 or 35. First down for North Central, wearing all whites, green numbers, green helmet with the Wolverine stripes at the 35-yard line.
Avery Gentry on the tackle. Nice run back by Van Schoik.
And Van Schoik is in the tailback position. Bernard is wide to the near side. Over wide to the far side is Ben Lewis. Quarterback Dylan Bailey out of the shotgun. And Van Schoik is to his left. We're waiting for the officials to put the football down.
Yeah. Five-man front again, Keith.
What are we waiting on?
Not sure what they're doing. They're all kind of looking around at each other.
Well, we don't have a TV timeout.
I see Rydell Johnson, Dylan Morris is lined up at nose tackle, Wyatt Franklin and Indiana Miller. Van Winkle, I was doing that earlier in the year at linebacker. See Val spread out a little bit.
Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 35, and now one of the other officials comes in. It's almost like the officials are.
We don't have anything on the clock.
There we go.
We got the zeros.
Play clock also is at 0.
It's just got to kill Rupska to not be in this contest. Your senior, big game across the state. Chance to go undefeated.
So we're just waiting on the scoreboard and the play clock. The play clock actually is up right now. We're waiting on the scoreboard.
Murphy's Law. There it is, 11:54.
And we appear to be ready. Out of the shotgun now is Bailey. Dylan Bailey marking out the signals. 1st and 10 from their 35. Gives the ball to Van Schoik. He tries the left side of the Linton line. Gets maybe a yard or 2. Very short gain on the play.
I like seeing that. A lot of minors. Indiana Miller, Dylan Morris, both of those two, and a whole host of other minors.
They're going to give him the 36-yard line, a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 for North Central. Moving from right to left. First series of the ball game. Number 1, Linton against number 7, North Central. Here in Linton. Bailey again out of the shotgun. Van Schoik to his left. Takes the football, wants to throw over the middle and knocked down, incomplete.
Nice play. 41, Jace Herndon. That was intended for Van Schoik, right down the middle of the field. Quick hitter. That was fast.
So 3rd and long for North Central. They threw the football, something they don't do much of.
And they have to do that. I mean, they just have to. If not, we're going to be up front controlling that line all night. Big play here for North Central.
Now the guy back there in the tailback position is Logan Berg.
They got Van Schoik in the slot.
Dylan Bailey back to throw, looking, has protection, now
Oh,
runs to the near side at the 30, throws it to the sideline, and it's caught by Van Schoik for a first down at the Linton 44.
Big play by Bailey.
Yeah, and Van Schoik really did a nice job. He was the only guy who was going to catch that ball well thrown, and Van Schoik went up nice and high to bring the pass in. They're actually going to put the football at the 45 of Linton.
Rydell was right there, and he didn't come in
19 yards.
Didn't come in controlled, and Bailey was able to get around him.
First down for North Central.
Big play for North Central.
And they're playing right in front of us right now as Bailey out of the shotgun, has Van Schoik back there with him. Takes a long time barking out the signal. Going to hand the ball. Nope. Keeps it. And gets a couple of yards out across the 45 down to the 42.
Boy.
That time he just held the football in the basket of Van Schoik for about 3 or 4 steps and then decided to keep the ball.
Tough to defend that because one guy's got to take 21, one guy's got to take 12.
2nd and 7. We played about 2 minutes. North Central got a first down on a 3rd and 9 with a pass play. Now they're looking at 2nd and 7 in Linton territory at the 42.
Low snap.
Here's Bailey going to keep the football and dives forward to the 41. Again, that's that same little, I don't even know if you want to call it an option, but he puts the ball in the stomach of Van Schoik, and he kind of reads the defense and decides whether to keep it or give it to Van Schoik. He gets, we're just going to give him about the line of scrimmage.
He keeps it right to the last second.
Got maybe a half a yard. We'll still call it 3rd and 7 here for North Central. The clock moving down to 9:40.
And here comes Van Schoik out the slot again.
Berg is going to again be the tailback as Van Schoik is in the slot to the near side. 3 receivers, and we've got timeout going to be taken by Travis Nolting. So on the Graver Post Building scoreboard, 9:29 left in the first quarter. And there's no score. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 Sports production. Don't forget about the Bender Lumber post-game show. Bender Lumber here in Linton. Why don't you stop in tomorrow morning when you're out and about, picking up some things that you need to do those little fix-up projects around the house. Register to win $1,000 in merchandise from Bender Lumber.
Another big play here.
3rd and 7 for the T-Birds. Berg is in the backfield with Dylan Bailey, senior quarterback. 3 receivers, one of them Van Schoik in the slot. They got a first down on this last time. They were at 3rd and long, and they bring Linton across the line. A long signal count there by Dylan Bailey, and the Miners flinched. They came across the line, and the officials are going to sort it out. I did see some movement there on that North Central front line, but that looks like the officials are going to call it offside against the Miners. So this will make it.
That's a big play right there.
Make it 3rd and much shorter.
Yeah, that's hard to imagine.
3rd and 2 now.
Hard to imagine them not getting a 2-yard conversion. Yeah, it's 2 down. They got 2 downs to get it. That's the mistakes you just cannot have. Not at this time of year. You got seniors and juniors down there. You just can't do this.
3rd and 2 for North Central now. Now Bailey has 2 backs with him, Berg and Van Schoik. Takes the football, goes right up the middle, and has a first down. Got across the 35-yard line. And Dylan Bailey takes it down to the 33. First down, North Central picks up 4.
Go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 1. You're making it too easy. That's their bread and butter, up the middle like that.
North Central is not huddling.
I'm not sure who 19 is. There's no 19 on the roster. I'm going to guess it's Basinger. No, he's on the sideline, so I'm not sure who that is.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Van Schoik and Bailey in the backfield. Takes the football. Van Schoik is going to come to the near side, looks for running room to the 30, gets the sideline and is run out of bounds short of the 20-yard line. But a nice pickup on the play and may have a first down. Chase Van Schoik that time trying to stretch out that Linton defense, and it is a first down.
Well, they're doing exactly what they wanted to do, and they've converted 2 third downs. One of them a 3rd and 9 that we really almost had him in the backfield. The ball at the 20-yard line.
It's at the 20 of Linton. North Central, first drive of the contest. We've played 3 minutes. We're at 9 minutes left. No score. Bailey has Van Schoik back there with him. Gives the ball. Nope, he keeps it. And he's hit in the backfield and sacked for a loss of 5.
That time Rydell got him and dragged him down. That's a poor choice by Bailey. Should have let Van Schoik keep it. Now that's a big play there.
2nd and 15 now.
You can't overrun Bailey. You can't come down and crash down because he's going to go around the outside of you.
Bailey was kicking field goals from the 30-yard line in practice.
He and Copeland are the 2 kickers.
Berg now shifts into the backfield with Bailey out of the shotgun, and Van Schoik is in the slot over to the far side.
And he's one-on-one with Herndon out there.
Bailey barking out the signal, 2nd and 15 for North Central, and there's a whistle. And we've got a flag in the backfield and procedure probably against North Central. This looks like it may be 2nd and 20 coming up. So this is going to push the football back to the 30-yard line on the penalty.
All right.
2nd and 20.
2nd and 20 now. You got a good situation. Now that conversion on 3rd and 9, Bailey had to put that ball in a perfect spot. If he doesn't throw it perfect, that gets picked off.
Same look for North Central. 3 to the far side. Van Schoik is in the slot. Berg is in the backfield with Dylan Bailey. Bailey going to look to throw, has protection. Now he runs to the near side. He's in trouble.
Blocking the black. Blocking the back.
Bailey rolling to the far side. Throws it and caught inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Nice catch out there.
I don't know who 19 is.
But they're going to be short of a first down, but they pick up a bunch of that 10 yards that they just lost. So they get down to the 18-yard line. Actually call it the 17, picks up 13, so it's 3rd and 7 for North Central. They've got to go to the 10, actually just a little past the 10-yard line. And Bailey out of the shotgun. Van Schoik to his left. Gives the ball to Van Schoik right up the middle. He's going to be stopped short of a first down. In fact, he may not have gotten to the 15-yard line. 4th down coming up.
Wyatt Franklin getting off the bottom of the pile. Jace Herndon, and here comes a huge play in this contest.
Opening drive of the football game from the 15. It's 4th and 5 for North Central. They've called a timeout already on this drive, and they've consumed almost half of the first quarter. T-Bird players look at their wristbands, get the play. There's a little confusion on the line right now for North Central. Bailey out of the shotgun, Berg beside him to the left. Back to throw. Bailey throws it up for grabs for Van Schoik, and he catches it over his shoulder.
Touchdown.
And they give him a touchdown. They say he was in bounds when he made the catch.
Boy.
And a nice catch by Van Schoik over his shoulder, and North Central is up 6-0.
Right down the field, another 3rd down conversion. 3 conversions. That was the same pass we saw earlier. Boy, the Miners are going to have a tough time tonight, Keith, if we can't stop them on 3rd down. Straight down the field.
Bailey to Van Schoik. And North Central is up. They'll go for the extra point. Dylan Bailey will kick it.
Boy.
I think this is the second time
been behind
this season the Miners have been behind in the football game. And the kick is good by Bailey. And on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, 6:34 left in the first quarter. It's North Central 7, Linton nothing. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Our broadcast brought to you by Francis Jewel Box in downtown Linton. Make sure you design a class ring that represents you and your unique personality. Stop in Francis Jewel Box in downtown Linton, your hometown jeweler, offering the best prices, service, and selection. For a limited time, select styles of white Lazen rings from Gold Lance are just $149.95 at Francis Jewel Box. And North Central is hooping and hollering right now. The Miners haven't had the football yet, and they're down 7-0.
Just exactly what he wanted to see happen. 11 plays, 65 yards, and that was a 4th down and 5, Keith, just across the middle. Van Schoik made a nice catch because he slowed down. He knew he was running out of room back there.
Alec Copeland is going to kick off. He was kicking line drives in practice. Miners have Zane Hayden back deep. This is a nice high kick. It's going to be fielded by Hayden at the 12-yard line to the middle of the field at the 20. Stops, tries to redirect, and he's hit and dropped around the 22. The officials probably will give Linton the 23, but a long field coming up for the Miners. 1st and 10 from the 23.
Austin Waterman on the sure tackle. Now the Miner offense, we can't come out here and go 3 and out. We've got to be able to move the ball. North Central is as fired up as you can get right now.
So Dane Rupska out. He was certainly missed defensively on that possession, the first possession by North Central. Bo Eaton, the senior quarterback. Jace Herndon is replacing Austin Hale as the tailback. And the double wing formation. Here's Bo Eaton back to throw. He throws it deep for Stom. He caught the ball at midfield. He's got the 40, the 30, and the Miners are going to tie the football game, or at least get within 1 touchdown. Bo Eaton to Grant Stom on the first play. It's the 3rd time this season, Dan, we've seen the Miners go for everything on the first play offensively. And the Miners hit Stom, and he took it in. No one, when Grant Stom catches the football and gets moving, is going to catch him with his speed.
77-yard pass play, and really he caught that at about the 45 of the midfield stripe.
Just close to midfield.
So that was about the 27-yard pass that Grant called right in stride, right down the field.
The throw was perfect, and Stom has just caught his 10th touchdown pass of the season. Jay Kangura trying to tie the game now at 7. And the kick on the way, a line drive kick is good. And we do have a tie on the Graber Post Building scoreboard. 6:14 left in the first quarter. Linton 7, North Central 7. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Wow.
That's a nice answer. Look at that moon over there, too.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to make you feel pretty bad to allow that. Wow.
Mr. Moe changed sides in a hurry,
That
man.
was about as fast as I've ever seen that happen. And, boy, we needed that. He had all the time in the world. You know, he put it on the numbers, boy. If you can do that, it's going to be a tough time for North Central, too.
There's Van Schoik back around his own 20-yard line as we got a different kicker here. Is that Michael Thompson?
Gosh, I don't know. 17 is Michael Thompson.
Michael Thompson, a freshman, going to kick off. High kick, short kick, fielded by Van Schoik at the 25. They were trying to kick it away from him. He cuts back into the middle. Juke move, gets across the 45 and brought down to 47. So I think they brought him in to maybe get a little shorter kick. And Van Schoik was still able to run up and gather it in. So good field position from their own 48. North Central first down. 7-7 game here at Roy Williams Field. Number 1 Linton, number 7 North Central.
We can't be kicking him the ball. That's just all there is to it.
Well, he's crafty when he gets the football, isn't he? He made some nice moves.
Yeah, he's too good of an open field runner.
Backs to each side of Bailey, who's in the shotgun. Berg and Van Schoik. Here's Van Schoik taking the football.
Ooh. Goes
up the middle and gets to the 50 and then is pushed backwards. His forward progress is going to be right at midfield. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up for the T-Birds, wearing all white with green numbers.
Van Winkle was able to, he broke a couple of tackles and Van Winkle got him by the jersey and dragged him down. Saw a lot of that last week, Van Winkle going side to side.
5:40 left in the first quarter, 7-7. Each team has scored on a pretty dynamic pass play. Bailey out of the shotgun. Van Schoik to his left. 3 receivers to the far side. And we've got movement as North Central jumped too soon. They had 2 guys on the line that moved, so they botched the snap count. They have that's the longest snap count that I've seen any team so far, Dan, this season.
Well, I think part of their plan, Keith, is ball control, keep the ball out of the Miners' hand, but I think they're also trying to draw us off, so we've got to be aware of that. But now that's twice that they've moved themselves.
This time Bailey has Van Schoik over to his right side.
He takes his time.
2nd and 13. Bailey takes the football, fakes the handoff, back to throw, steps up, throws over the middle, and his hand was hit as he brought it forward, and it's well incomplete. Very well short. When that ball first came out of his hand, I thought the Miners were going to have a really good shot at intercepting that ball because his arm was hit as he brought it forward.
We're getting some pressure to him.
3rd and long here for North Central. Miners would force them to punt if they can stop them here.
And we've got to stop them one of these times. We did stop them on a 3rd down last drive, but the 4th down they went for it. I don't think they're going to go for it here.
And now Bailey's looking over center.
Yes.
Berg is the tailback, and the play clock is down to 5 already, and now Bailey calls a timeout. That's their second. He burns the timeout on the Graber Post Building scoreboard. 4:59 left in the first quarter, a 7-7 score. We'll keep it here to remind you that our broadcast brought to you by Lions Health and Living Center, offering exceptional senior living with a wide range of services from skilled professional, compassionate caregivers. For a personal tour, call Melinda Barnhill at Lions Health and Living Center, 659-1440. It's also brought to you by Southside Express in Linton. They're the folks you need to see when you're in a hurry. Everything you need from gas to any of those items, food items or other items around the house. Southside Express in Linton is locally owned and operated, and also by the Asphalt Doctor in Bloomfield. For all your paving, seal coating, and repairs, call the Asphalt Doctor for a free estimate, 327-4446. 7-7 here at Linton. We've had some fireworks early, the first 2 possessions, and North Central has provided some of those fireworks, and they've been very good at 3rd and long, and they've got a 3rd and long right now.
I believe 19 is Nick Stucker. He's a senior. Didn't play lab. I've not seen him on the roster.
Stucker was 17 early in the season, so he's gone from 17 to 19.
Because I don't see him out there at 17-wise.
Bailey is over center for the first time. And Van Schoik is the lone tailback. Here's a fake pitch, and Bailey back to throw, has protection, now rolls to the near side, running to the sideline, and is hit and brought down.
Great play.
At the 45. It won't be a sack. He did get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a sack.
Van Winkle made a sure tackle. He doesn't make that tackle, Keith. Bailey's got all sorts of yards running. He's at the 45.
Virtually no gain. It's 4th down and 13.
There you go.
And now Bailey will go into punt formation, and back to receive is Zane Hayden, who has a couple of punt returns for touchdowns.
Yeah, you wouldn't think they'd punt to him, but you got to make sure Bailey doesn't keep this ball.
And we've got a whistle. This is an officiating crew that I think likes to call some attention to themselves.
Procedure against them. He didn't even bother throwing the flag on the ground, Keith.
So this is going to cost North Central 5 yards. Backs him up to the 40. 4th and 18.
That is their 4th procedure penalty now.
It's an odd-looking set here for North Central on the punt.
Yeah, they just got to keep it.
Miners come after him. It's a short high kick, goes to the sideline and goes out of bounds in Linton territory around the 40-yard line.
Right at the 40.
1st and 10 Miners from their own 40-yard line.
Just a 20-yard punt, Keith.
4:14 left in the first quarter, 7-7. Linton, North Central. North Central got a touchdown on their first possession. The Miners countered on a 77-yard touchdown pass from Bo Eaton to Grant Stom on their first play from scrimmage. And now the Miners have forced a punt from North Central on a 3-and-out.
Boy, that poor kid out there one-on-one with Stom's got to be freaking in his boots, Keith. He's still up close. Look at that.
Double wing formation. Here's Eaton back to pass again down the sideline to Stom.
Oh,
just
my goodness.
Off his fingertips, incomplete. And no flag on the play.
That's close. Bailey reached out and got him.
Boy, Bo Eaton threw it out there awfully well
nice.
And gave Grant an opportunity to make a play, and he almost did.
That's nice defense by Bailey, but it's hard to tell if he didn't reach out and knock his hand out.
Well, if they're going to play him one-on-one like that, the Miners are going to take that all night long.
Rolling the dice. That was pretty close to being a score. Now, Stom had to come out with his shoe came off. And I don't know, is anybody out there for him?
Nobody is split at all. Double wing.
Double tight end, maybe.
Set with Hayden and Eberhardt's in motion. The give is to Eberhardt. Tries the left side. He's at the 40. Gets a block. Gets to the 45 and is brought down to the 46. Gain of 6 and 3rd down coming up. And a 3rd and 4 for the Miners. And a flag is down at the 41-yard line.
That flag came down late.
That's in the neighborhood of a hold against the Miners.
And the Miners look like they're going back. The ball is out to the 47.
That flag is between the 41 and 42-yard line. The officials are talking to Linton.
Well, I heard somebody say something about they thought they grabbed his shoulder. Maybe they thought it was a
horse collar. And we've got a personal foul against North Central.
Well, what that conversation there, Keith, was talking to the captains about keeping it down, because that's what that was, some sort of a late hit.
So this will be a 1st down now for the Miners from the end of the play, and this football is going to go all the way down to the 38-yard line of North Central.
Big play.
On a penalty.
15 yards, and North Central's already racking up the penalties.
Miners to the line in a hurry, not giving North Central much time to get set.
Boy, Bailey is right up in Stom's grill at the line of scrimmage.
Stom is split wide to the near side. Here's a give to Hayden. He was stretching the play out to the 40. A little judder move, and he gets down to close to the 30-yard line before he's run out of bounds. He just a little hesitation move.
Yeah. Van Schoik tracked him down. Good battle between two singers.
He gets to the 33-yard line, so give Hayden 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 for Linton. 3:30 left in the first quarter of a 7-7 game. I'm Keith Dodes along with Dan Phillips.
Stom's mouth's got to be watering at that probability out there.
Herndon is in the backfield with Bo Eaton. They're going to change the play here. Everybody looks at their wristbands. Bo barks out the signals. Linton moving from left to right. Going to give the football to Herndon, and he's hitting the backfield and loses yardage.
Didn't stand a chance there. 32, Anthony Risley was all over that play. I don't care who the running back was there, Keith. There was nowhere for him to go.
Gonna push back to the 35, so a generous spot for the Miners. They only lose 2 on that play. So it's 3rd and 8.
I'm looking for that slant to Stom at any time.
Stom is split wide to the far side, the left side this time. Here's Eaton back to throw, has protection, throws it down the field, and it is caught. Oh, it's dropped. Incomplete down around the 10-yard line, and that was Stom down there.
You couldn't have put that any better. Could not put that pass any better.
So it's 4th down, and at this point of the field, at the 35, 36-yard line of North Central, the Miners look to go for it here, 4th and 8.
Boy, and that ball was right on, and I think it was Hayden 26, and just couldn't bring it in. Unusual for him not to bring it in. North Central fans are fired up.
North Central fans banging their feet on the bleachers down below us. Eaton back to pass, rolls to the far side, throws it short, and it's intercepted.
Intercepted, it could be gone.
He got the 50, to the 40 and knocked down in North Central territory, in Linton territory. That was Dylan Bailey, the quarterback, who picked that ball off.
And that was right in his hands. He made a great play. Bo just threw it out there, and Bailey now, I think that's about his. He's had a touchdown return, and now they got the ball at the minor 39 again.
So that's the second week in a row that Bo Eaton's thrown an interception, his second of the season. And North Central has good field position at the Linton 39. First down, 2:22 left in the first quarter of a 7-7 game.
Oh, that was a big play. Big play.
Bailey out of the shotgun has Van Schoik. Big kid, strong kid, 230, 6'1", running back. Back to pass is Bailey. Throws it to the near side and incomplete. That wasn't very close to anybody, and the North Central coaches are, I'm not sure if they're fussing at one of their players, Stucker, or if they're upset with the officials.
I don't know why they could be upset. I will say this: we're getting a little bit of pressure, forcing Bailey to kind of throw that ball. Both ends are getting downfield pretty good.
It's a funky-looking full moon out there, and kind of covered
right
up. Spooky cloud cover.
It is October. We're getting close to Halloween.
That's a Halloween moon up there. Here's Bailey now over center. Power I formation for North Central, and the give is to is it Van Schoik or Bailey?
They lost it.
And they're going to lose maybe a yard or half a yard on the play. I don't know if Bailey ever kept the football or if he handed it to Van Schoik.
Bailey handed it to the official, so I assume he's got it, but they didn't get nothing on it, and here's another huge third down.
So it's 3rd and 10 from the 39.
Well, we're winning the battle up front as far as in the line. They're not getting anything up the gut. They've had their success on these pass plays.
3 receivers, 2 to the near side. Van Schoik in the backfield with Bailey. Out of the shotgun, back to pass.
There it is to Van
Throws
Schoik
it over
again.
the middle to Van Schoik. He makes the catch. He gets away from his receiver or from the defender to the 10, the 5, and the touchdown. Really nifty move there. Van Schoik with his second touchdown catch of the evening, and North Central goes back in front 13-7.
That was way too easy. He just ran down the field uncontested. Ball put there, and you're not going to stop him when he's down around the 10. We haven't seen our pass defense get riddled like this, but we haven't really faced pass defenses. But that going across the middle with Van Schoik is eating us alive right now.
Minute 28 left in the first quarter, and North Central has put up 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. Miners came in to this ball game giving up only 26 points all season long in the first quarter, and North Central's put 12 on the board, 13 on the board, and a chance to add one more with Bailey to provide the extra point. It's on the way, a line drive kick, but it's good, and on the Graber Post Building scoreboard with 1:28 left in the first quarter, it's North Central 14, Linton 7. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. A broadcast brought to you by Fleetwood Promotions, offering creative marketing ideas for your business, club, organization. Call Kim at Fleetwood Promotions for promotional products, apparel, and a whole lot more. In fact, anything with your logo. Call 698-2013 or go online to fleetwoodpromotions.com. North Central in a little bit of a stunner here right now, leading Linton 14-7.
I think we're seeing the missing of Rupscut linebacker, because that's just right across the middle. That's his turf, and held him to 3rd down and 9, and then 39
Copeland kicks
touchdown.
off. Here's Hayden at the 9-yard line to the 15. Looks for running room, moves back, and is buried at the 15.
Linton, all the enthusiasm in the world is in white jerseys right now. Berg was on that tackle.
Miners will take over at their own 16.
Boy, this game could get out of hand quick if we we don't move the ball down the field.
1:20 left in the first quarter. Stom is split wide to the far side. The Miners move from left to right. Eaton going to give the football to Hayden. He's up the middle of the field. Breaks it out to the 30.
Oh, boy.
And his knee touched down, or he might have been gone.
He'd have been gone.
He's got a first down at the 30-yard line.
Big hole there. Number 32, Anthony Risley, has just got enough of Zane to bring him down.
His knee just barely touched the turf, and the play was dead. He picked himself up, and he had one guy to beat, and they were at the same yard line. It would have been a foot race.
He'd have been gone.
Double wing formation for the Miners. 1st and 10. In motion is Eberhard. He takes the football, goes to the left side, gets out to the 40, still moving. He has a first down out across the 40 to the 42.
Nice blocking out there. Adams, number 3 and 15, Dylan Howard going to make the tackle. Nice block out there by Hayden.
No huddle offense for the Miners. We're down to 1 minute left in the quarter. North Central on top, 14-7. Double wing formation, Hayden and Eberhard. They give us to the man in motion to the near side, Hayden. He looks for running room. He stumbles across the 45, brought down short of a first down, around the 46.
Oh, he's so close to breaking that one. That time, 13, that's Ben Lewis. Just kind of dove out there, and Dylan Morris kind of had him, but brought him down.
Call it the 47, 2nd and 5 for the Miners. Under 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Eaton, Herndon with him, is going to give the football to Eberhard. Right up the middle, has yardage across the 50 and probably a first down close to the 45 of North Central. It is a first down.
We're getting 5, 7, 8 yards every time we're running this play, so let's just keep running that.
Down to the 46 of North Central is where the spot is, and the Miners probably will get another playoff as the game clock is down to 14. The Miners are at the line. Eaton out of the shotgun. Going to keep the football, looks to throw, throws it short, and it's tipped and is incomplete.
Across the middle, intended for Val, and it was open, Keith.
2 seconds still left in the first quarter.
It had North Central completely fooled.
So 2nd and 10 for the Miners.
Well, so far it's Bailey 1, Stom 1 in the battle out there.
Here's a give to Hayden to the near side to the 45.
Nice
gets a block to the 40, to the 35, and is run out of bounds. That'll end the first quarter to be a first down for the Miners when we come back to start the second quarter. On the Graber Post Building scoreboard, it's North Central 14 and Linton 7. Back in 60 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production.
Looks like a 5. It looks like a bare front. 5-3. I think he's good, and I think when they go to tip, we need to fire there. I'm still here. Tough situation. The game choice is out the backfield. Fire well. Hey, Jake hit it on the head. That end was screaming. I don't know if he's supposed to be as long as he's screaming and they get a down block and a tackle, their linebackers are they're fighting the trap.
That's where the Miners had the football 1st and 10. Here's a give. And virtually no gain on the carry, and I think that was Eberhard. It was 21.
Lewis and Adams right there together on that
Might
one.
give him a yard to the 29. 2nd and 9 coming up.
As I was saying right before we left there, Linton actually has more yards. It's just that 77-yard pass play accounts for a lot of it.
Eaton out of the shotgun, has Val with him. The give is to Hayden. He takes it to the far side, looks for room to run. He's to the 30 and gets maybe a yard to the 28.
Adams, number 3, out there, but one of the linebackers scraped across the line and made a nice play. And now we got a big third down situation.
At the 28-yard line of North Central, the Miners are moving from right to left. 11 minutes left in the first half. North Central on top, 14-7. Had 2 pass play touchdowns to Van Schoik rather than running the football, and he's been catching and going into the end zone. Here's Eaton on a botched play. He's going to try to run up the middle, and he loses yards back to the 30, a sack, and it's going to be 4th and 10.
Berg and number 66, Dalton Burris, and that's just a case of not getting a whole lot of snaps back there.
Broken play,
yeah.
And the Miners will go for it here on 4th and 10 from the 30.
Yeah,
they've not looked for Stom much here of late. Looked for him very early.
They threw at him about 3 or 4 times, and then he got intercepted by Bailey.
Over on the far side is Stom. Eaton rolls to the near side. Looks, throws, and it is caught. Is it caught?
Got it. I don't know how they caught it.
It's caught for a first down out there by Eberhardt. What a diving catch by Mitch. And he gets the Miners a first down across the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on 4th and 10.
Amazing catch. I thought that ball was going to
We had to wait. We knew he was close to catching it. We just had to wait to make sure the official signaled it good. First down, Linton.
I was right in front of North Central's sideline. They didn't yell about it.
Eaton has Val next to him. Spin move there by Eaton. He's got some room to run. He breaks it to the outside. He's got the 10 to the sideline, and touchdown for Bo Eaton on an 18-yard run. Bo Eaton gets into the end zone on a rushing touchdown for the first time this season, and the Miners are an extra point away from tying the game at 14.
Well, that's one of the things Bo does give us. When he gets outside, he's got the moves to be able to run the ball pretty effectively, just not necessarily on the inside breaking tackles. Kangura really needs to hit this one.
We've talked about that PAT all year, haven't we? Kangura 1 for 1. He comes in less than 60% on the season, though. High snap. Kangura gets it up. Did he make it? He did not. He pushed it over to the right side, and on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, 9:43 left in the half. It's North Central 14 and Linton 13. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production on Y93 and WQTYradio.com. Well, next Friday night, the football sectional begins, and Linton will be just down the road a few miles at Duggar. We'll be on the air at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. If the Miners win, and they'll be heavily favored to do so, then they would play most likely Tecumseh. Tecumseh will be a heavy favorite over Wood Memorial and the other bracket in that upper section of the 8-team sectional 48. Van Schoik goes back deep.
I think Thompson's kicking
and
again.
He is. The freshman Thompson is going to stay out there.
Just don't kick it to 30 to 21. Oh, there it goes, right to him.
Kicks right to him, and he fields it at the 19. He's out to the 30, cuts it to the outside. Well covered that time by the Miners, across the 30 to the 32.
Zach Figley, Curtis Cox, and Herndon. Figley the first one there. Now the Miner defense has got to do something about this cross the middle pass.
Officials will actually put the football at the 33. First and 10 for North Central. They're leading by a point. That missed extra point just then. It was a high snap, and it threw Kangura's timing off, and he pushed the kick over to the right side.
Now we've switched things up a bit now on defense. I see that Herndon is now in the middle, and it's Van Winkle that's going out.
Berg is to the left of Dylan Bailey, and Van Schoik is in the slot again. Out of the shotgun, Dylan Bailey. Back to pass, looking, now runs up the middle. He's hit, gets away
there's a hole.
To the sideline, and up the sideline, has a first down and is out of bounds, close to midfield, and the North Central coaches are screaming about a hit out of bounds, and they're not getting a flag here. There is no flag down anywhere, and it's first down for North Central at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, we had him in the backfield, and he got away. We've had trouble all year with running quarterbacks, Keith. Willis had a couple runs from Sullivan, and Martindale had a pretty good night against us as well.
9:26 left in the first half. It's 14-13 North Central here at Linton. They've got the football, moving from left to right. 3 receivers to the far side. Van Schoik is in the backfield with quarterback Dylan Bailey. Bailey barks out the signal, gives the ball. Nope, he keeps it up the middle. Short gain on the play. He may have gotten a yard. Actually, they're probably just going to give him the line of scrimmage. Looks like 2nd and 10 coming up.
They're not getting anything up the gut. Zach Johnson and Wyatt Franklin both were right there. That passing game is the thing that they're being able to move the yards on.
And we've got a timeout. That's the 3rd timeout being called by North Central. So on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, 9:04 left in the half. North Central 14, Linton 13. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back. I'm Keith Dodds along with Dan Phillips, and this is a Media 5 sports production on Y93. Well, I'm not quite sure, Dan, why you burn your last timeout right there.
I'm not sure either, unless he was
2nd and 10.
Getting after some of his offensive line, perhaps. Not sure, but their success has certainly been through the pass, although it's not big yards. 3 of 6 for 58 yards, 39-yard touchdown, 2 touchdown passes to Van Schoik.
They throw Van Schoik over in the near slot.
He's made all sorts
over
of
to
money
the left
out there.
Bailey at quarterback has Berg to his right. Out of the shotgun. Goes back to throw, looking. Now he puts the football down. They drag him down by the jersey for a sack. Is that Wyatt Franklin or Van Winkle?
That's Rydell, 56. Right defensive end. And he just was able to hold on and drag him down, but he got through the first couple of guys.
They're going to lose a yard. Back to the 46-yard line. So it's 3rd and 11.
And there's a big play again. They've been awfully successful on 3rd downs. I have them 3 of 6.
Miners on a 29-game regular season winning streak.
Here comes the blitz.
There's a give to Van Schoik right up the middle. He's going to get a first down and more. He's at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown North Central.
Another 3rd down conversion, and that's exactly what we didn't want to see again. Van Schoik, there's all sorts of room.
54 yards on that touchdown run by Chase Van Schoik.
I don't think he was touched.
Van Schoik has all 3 touchdowns for North Central. They lead 20-13 with 8:13 left to play in the first half.
It's amazing how you can hold a team in check as far as running, and then boom, 54 yards. And he wasn't even touched. They don't have a timeout to burn here, and Howard's just now running out there.
16 seconds on the play clock. They'll try the extra point, but they have some razzle-dazzle before that happens, and they didn't get it. PAT is no good, and on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, 8:13 left in the half. It's North Central 20, Linton 13. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Defense came into this football game giving up just slightly less than 10 points a game. They've given up 20 here in the first half alone to North Central and trail 20-13. Van Schoik with 2 touchdown receptions and now a 54-yard touchdown run.
He's certainly making the most of his night as a senior. But, oh, I tell you what, that sucker was just wide open. We don't see very many plays. We've done a great job all year stopping those big plays like that. And
Hayden is back deep. Eberhardt, and it looks like Braxton Cox also back there deep. Copeland will kick it off. Line drive kick. It's going to bounce all the way down and picked up by Hayden at the 14-yard line. He's at the 15, breaks the tackle to the 20, to the 30. He's got the sideline. He's at the 40. He's at midfield. He's down to the 40, and he's going to be run out of bounds around the 30-yard line. No, the official all the way back here at the 37 is going to mark him out of bounds.
Boy, Coach
nice return, though, by Hayden.
Yeah, Coach Knowlton's about to have a heart attack on that sideline, but, hey, Hayden sets us up. A great play by his senior leader. Now we've got the ball at the 38
of North Central. Nice return by Zane Hayden. And the Miners with exactly 8 minutes left in the first half, trailing by a touchdown and an extra point. Double wing formation. Grant Stom split wide to the far side. Back to pass is Eaton. Is looking for Stom. He throws it to him to the sideline. It's incomplete at the 20.
Gosh. And he's open, Keith. I mean, he's wide open. Great move on Bailey, and at about the 20, he was wide open.
2nd and 10 coming up for the Miners.
We're just 2 of 7 passing for 89 yards, and that one was a 77-yard strike, but just a little off, maybe a little bit shy of throwing it out there with Bailey having that one interception.
Again, a double wing formation. In motion is Hayden. He'll take the football, looks for running room to the 40, cuts it over to the far side, tries to break a tackle, gets to the 35, and lost the football.
North Central's got it.
And who has it? No indication yet.
North Central's got the ball.
Doesn't look like it.
Boy, I don't know how that is.
Linton keeps the football.
Boy. Don't see Zane put it on the ground very often. It looked like number 7 was able to get a hand on him. Braden Kutch.
To the 37, actually going to get a yard on the play.
Kutch is just a freshman. Got lucky there.
3rd and 9 for Linton with 7:15 left in the first half. Stom is split wide to the near side this time. Here's a give to Eberhardt. Right up the middle, Mitch goes. He's got his feet going, goes across the 35, stops short of the 30. It's 4th down coming up from the 32-yard line. Going to be about 4th and 4.
Berg was in there on the tackle. And gosh, the passing is open. It's there.
Oh, we've seen Bo Eaton on a keeper get into the end zone in a situation similar to this. Bo out of the shotgun. Hayden and Eberhardt are the wing backs, and we've got a timeout called by the Miners. So Linton will talk about this, 4th down. North Central's out of timeouts. The Miners still have 2. We'll remind you that you can stick around after each and every Media 5 sports broadcast this season and join us for the Bender Lumber postgame show. Bender Lumber, Highway 54 in Linton, serving your building and repair needs with the highest levels of customer satisfaction. Stop in and register for $1,000 worth of merchandise to be given away at Bender Lumber. Stop in tomorrow morning. Pick up all the things you need for those repair projects around the house or the office.
73 yards now for Van Schoik. 2 catches, 58 yards. He's pretty much been their offense.
Be a pretty good fantasy league player.
Yeah, he would be. Get
you a lot of points. We got 4th down and a long 4 for the Miners after the timeout. Stom wide to the near side. Herndon back in there to the right of Bo Eaton. Here's a give to Hayden. He looks for running room. He's across the 30, and he's brought down, it looks like perhaps short of a first down, but close. And we'll take a look at where the official drops the football, and it's a first down.
Good hard run by Zane Hayden.
First down without a measurement. From the 27-yard line, they're going to give him 5 yards and just needed a hair more than 4.
7 carries, 47 yards by Hayden.
So a big 4th down carry there by Zane Hayden to get the Miners a first down from the North Central 27. Here's a give to Hayden. Nope, it's Eberhardt on a counter play. He stretches it out to the 30. He's in a little trouble, and he's brought down for maybe a loss on the play.
Bailey and 32 again to Anthony Risley. Nice tackle.
Eberhardt just a little gimpy as he gets up, and he is going to run to the sideline.
Oh, goodness.
He's limping.
He took a good hit to the shin. Hopefully that's all it is. And now
coming in for him is Curtis Cox.
Oh, my goodness.
Cox, a senior.
I don't think Curtis has ever taken a snap at running back.
Second and 10.
Braxton Cox is who we usually see.
Eaton on a counter play.
Touchdown play.
Runs to the far side, cuts it upfield. He's to the 30, stays on his feet to the 25, down to the 20, and close to the 15. So again, Bo Eaton with a nice run gets a first down.
He's done that twice now. That we call that kind of, can't call it a counter because that's not what it is.
It's a little spin move.
Yeah.
And a first down for the Miners with 5:35 left in the half, and Linton trailing 20-13.
Cox still in the game. I see 88 McCombs coming in for North Central. Howard coming out.
Jace Herndon is in the backfield. I'll tell you, with Rupska and Hale not playing tonight, some different numbers and different looks.
Big time. Whole bunch of new guys.
Here's a give to Hayden. Up the middle he goes. He pushes the pile forward, has a short gain on the play.
Berg in there on the tackle.
Across the 15 down to the 13.
We have to finish off
12
these drives.
actually, so a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And the clock moving down to 4:45. Miners are trailing by 7.
There's the same
Spin
play.
move to the near side by Eaton. Has some room to run. He's to the 10, take to the outside, and he is drug out of bounds, short of the 5.
Bailey on the tackle.
It's down around the 7-yard line. Third down coming up for the Miners.
Here's where you really miss
Third and short.
A 6'2", 220 quarterback. You need 2 yards. Eberhardt back in the contest. Good to see.
Got to get to the 5, and they're at the 7. Miners still have 2 timeouts left, 4:33. And the clock is stopped as the play went out of bounds. Third and short. Bad snap. And there's a give. And Eberhardt's not going to go very far. It was just a bad snap, really doomed that play. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, I think that was actually Herndon, 41.
Yeah.
So he's not getting any.
I was waiting to see get a clearance there with the field glasses, and it was Herndon who actually wound up getting that football. That was an ugly play.
Yeah, that's a couple of those ugly plays we've had. Now the ball back still at the 7-yard line. 4th down.
We're actually back to the 10. We lost 3 yards on that play.
And that's
4th and 5 coming up, and the Miners burn their second timeout with 3:59 left in the half on the Graber Post Building scoreboard. North Central 20, Linton 13. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Well, North Central jumped on top in this football game. They have not trailed. We were tied at 7-7. Linton missed an extra point that would have tied the game at 14 apiece. And then North Central missed an extra point that would have given them an 8-point lead. It's 20-13.
Yeah, they've scored every time they've had it but once.
4th and 5 for Linton from the 10-yard line of North Central. Down to our left. Back to pass. Eaton, he's throwing the ball to the sideline for Stom. He's making the catch, and he is out of bounds, short of the end zone. Should be a first down.
He caught it, but it's first down. But, boy, I thought
he got inside the 5. A nice throw that time from Bo Eaton, and Stom with a good catch, and he almost got in the end zone. Football is resting at the 1-yard line.
Sure does look like it.
Looks like the 1. first and goal for the Miners from the 1. Linton comes to the line. Bo Eaton is over center. Takes it straight ahead. And no indication. Apparently he was stopped. It'll be second and goal.
You just got to push through that first, get through that one more yard.
Second and goal. He may have gotten a half a yard. That football looks like it's as close to the goal line as it could possibly be without making contact with it.
Looks like North Central's Stucker on the sideline is helmet off. Looks like he may be walking off an injury.
3:20 left in the half. Miners need a touchdown and an extra point to tie. Eaton over center, goes straight ahead again. He spins it this time.
He's in.
And touchdown, Bo Eaton, second of the night. And the Miners are within an extra point now, tying the football game. It's 20-19, 3:12 left in the half.
I wonder if we go for 2 here. Looks like we are. Talked all year about these extra points coming and getting us, Keith.
We've had some bad snaps on those.
That one a little high on that last one.
And Kangura's had plenty of leg and plenty of height, but he's been a little bit to the left or to the right on some of his extra points. And the Miners are going to go for 2. They're going to go for the lead here, trailing 20-19. Out of the shotgun is Bo Eaton. He's going to go right up the middle, and he is going to have to break it outside, and he's not going to get in. So the Miners are denied the 2-point conversion. So on the Graver Post Building scoreboard, North Central stays on top. 3:12 left in the half. 2019. T-Birds over the Miners. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Well, you already know that Francis Jewel Box in downtown Linton is your tuxedo rental headquarters, but you need to make them your class ring headquarters as well. Talk to Kathy Matthews at Francis Jewel Box. She'll help you pick out a style that'll give you a unique and creative look, and she's got some specials on class rings now as well, so be sure to ask about that at 145 Main in downtown Linton. Your hometown jeweler offering the best prices, service, and selection.
12-play, 38-yard drive. Took just a little over 5 minutes. Again, Thompson, the freshman, kicking it. Again, it's going to Van Schoik.
At the 22-yard line, Van Schoik now to the 30. Looks for some room to run. He puts his head down and burrows his way out to the 39.
Gentry and Curtis Cox and Braxton Cox, but still, boy, that ball's all the way out to the 40, Keith. I can't imagine that we want to kick that ball to Van Schoik.
Well, they may be trying to angle it to the sideline, just not doing a very good job of it. At the 39, 1st and 10 for North Central, leading by a point. 3 minutes exactly left in the first half, and the T-Birds are out of timeouts. 3 receivers to the far side.
54-yard run the last time they had the ball.
Van Schoik is back there with Bailey. Takes the football, comes to the near side, across the 40, out to the 44-yard line. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for North Central. Clock is moving.
Morrison, I believe that was might have been Vowell that got out there.
North Central not wasting much time. No huddle offense. Bailey looks over to the sideline to get the play, as does his teammates. Clock is on the move. Play clock down to 10. Bailey out of the shotgun, has Van Schoik to his left.
Oh, boy, I thought they moved.
And the give is to Van Schoik. To the near side across the 45. Stopped short of a first down, out around the 48-yard line. Picks up 4. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that was Vowell again. Now I'm seeing Chandler Willard in there at defensive tackle 67. And we haven't really seen him at nose tackle very often. That's where he's at.
3rd and a long 1 for North Central. We're under 2 minutes. We got 1:50 and counting. And North Central on top, 20-19. Power I formation for North Central. Bailey is over center. He goes right up the middle. And the pile drives across the 50. And a first down for the T-Birds. Into Linton territory down to the 47. 1:39 on the clock. Clock is stopped until the chains are set. Now the clock is moving again. Again, North Central's out of timeouts. They lead 20-19.
Got to make a defensive stop.
Bailey out of the shotgun. Back to pass, looking, has protection, throws it deep down the field, and it is incomplete. Nearly caught out there by Ben Lewis, a senior.
Should have had that one.
That was a well-thrown ball by Dylan Bailey.
And that was Trent Val out there, but that ball was put right on his hands.
Minute 18, the clock stops.
Well, you know, I taught them pregame, Keith, how they'd only thrown the ball 25 times. They look like they can throw the ball fairly decently. That's he's 3 of 7.
This time Lewis is again split wide to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side. Van Schoik is in the slot. Back to pass, Bailey. Going to put it down and try to run with it. He goes to the outside. He's got some room to run. Fakes the throw and runs out of bounds.
All sorts of green.
And probably has a first down. We'll see where the spot is. It was over on the far side of the field when he went out of bounds. He's inside the 40, and it is a first down for North Central with 1:10 left in the half.
Well, our defense is definitely having a rough night tonight. Bailey getting out of the box there.
37-yard line is where North Central will have it, first and 10. Again, out of timeouts. Play clock is moving. Bailey ran out of bounds to stop the clock. Miners still have 1 timeout left. Berg is in the backfield with Bailey out of the shotgun. Again, Bailey looks to throw. He spins it to the far side, throws it toward the end zone, and it is incomplete. Pass play well defended.
Looked like it was for Bernard, number 33.
Yes.
And it looked like 41 out there for the Miners, or Eberhardt, 21.
1:02 left in the half. 2nd and 10 from the Linton 37. North Central moving from left to right.
Hey, he's the wide receiver on both. Wide receiver over here. Wide receiver on both. Probably going to take a stab this end zone.
Bailey trying to get the play, and the play clock is down to 5. They're out of timeouts. They better hurry. And they just barely get the play off. Back to pass, Bailey in trouble. Spins it to the far side. Puts it up for grabs toward the end zone, and it is incomplete again. That was Bernard again. It was down there, and it was almost intercepted by Eberhardt. And Hayden was back there as well. But that ball had just enough air under it that it was anybody's.
Yeah, that's back-to-back plays. Almost same thing.
53 seconds left in the half, and now North Central is looking at 3rd and 10. You would think that they wouldn't go for it on 4th down and give Linton with a timeout an opportunity to get the football back. They would at least want to bury the Miners with a punt.
I think it depends on what they get here.
Van Schoik is split wide to the near side now along the sideline. Look for Bailey to go his way.
Yeah.
Throws it quick across the middle to Lewis. He makes the catch, but it's going to be short of a first down across the 30.
But it's down there close enough that
4th and well, where are they going to spot the football here? It's going to be back closer to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll go for it down there.
31 seconds left. Going to put the football at the 30-yard line, so it's going to be 4th and 3. And I'm not sure why the clock is stopped here.
Yeah, I don't know why that is either. You would think that clock would be running.
Now the officials are looking over to the sideline.
Yeah, I don't quite understand.
It's not close to a first down. But the officials are going to get together here.
Along with Van Schoik.
And one of the officials just simply pushes Van Schoik out of the huddle there.
And that clock should be running. We didn't call it. Surely we would not have called the timeout. Looks like he's getting ready to say
Play
something.
clock's not even rolling. Now the official goes over to the Linton sideline.
Yeah, they're going to try to tell them that the clock's there's got to be time off that clock. Now we see a move in the defensive backfield. Now Hayden's coming over because they're trying to get Van Schoik out here by himself, and he's out there with Trent Val, your outside linebacker. That's not a matchup we want to see at all.
And the official still has not indicated the play clock to begin moving. Now they're ready.
That's down to 40. Well, they put more time on the clock.
And the clock now has 42 seconds on it.
Well, I don't know. We must have called a timeout. Why would we do that?
No, we didn't. We did not call a timeout.
Watch this situation down here.
4th down and about 4. All kind of receivers.
Yeah, they're all out there.
Here's Bailey back to throw. He throws it over the middle. He's got a man wide open, and it's incomplete.
Touchdown City.
He threw it over the wrong shoulder of Lewis, and he was wide open. So the Miners get the football with 22 seconds left and a timeout, but a long field.
Yeah, as much as I like to talk about Linton leaving points out on the field, that was 6. As sure as you're sitting there, that was a blown coverage.
Miners will have it at their own 30-yard line.
Goodness gracious, we dodged a huge bullet there.
And it's still North Central 20, Linton 19.
And we'll get the ball.
Miners get the ball to start the second half. I think we're just going to take a knee. That's what Bo Eaton does. He takes a knee, and that's going to end the first half. And on the Graber Post Building scoreboard at halftime, it's North Central 20, Linton 19. I'm Keith Dodds along with Dan Phillips. We'll be back after a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to WQTY Linton, and we'll be back with more. This is a Media 5 sports production. Well, it hasn't happened very often this season. The Miners find themselves down at the intermission, 20-19. North Central, 7-1, ranked number 7, trying to come in here and knock off the undefeated Linton Miners at 8-0 and ranked number 1. They've got a 29-game regular season winning streak on the line as well. And we're joined now at the halftime by Darren Clayton with a look at the stats.
Yeah, and Darren, we've got our hands full with this North Central offense, and they're definitely testing us in the passing department that we haven't really had any trouble with all year. But offensively, we've moved the ball okay. We look like we're trying to work out some of the kinks, but Hayden has done a nice job running the ball. Really, Bo and Mitch. So go ahead and give us the rundown.
Yeah, really, 3 running backs all doing a nice job. You talk about a game it's just as evenly matched statistically as it is on the scoreboard, and our guys with 108 yards on the ground and 3 different guys doing the damage. Zane Hayden, 8 carries, 49 yards leading the way, but backed up nicely, 32 yards apiece for Eaton and Eberhardt. So 108 for the Miners on the ground, 98 through the air, but just 3 of 8. You
Yeah.
know, so the percentage isn't very good, but we do have 98 yards through the air too for 206 on the offensive side of things.
And gosh, we strike quick with that huge pass to Stom. And from my vantage point up here, Stom is, other than the one play that Bailey was able to creep up and make the interception, he's open all night. We've just got to get him the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that first route was a great route. I noticed, you know, as they came out there, they tried to jam him on the line of scrimmage. And as soon as he cut across the middle wide open, and, you know, with his speed, once he catches that thing behind everybody, he's going to be gone. And just a really nice job. So I'd look for him to maybe try to get him the ball a little more in the second half.
Right, and offensively for North Central, they've really come out and passed the ball tonight. I don't have big numbers on them, but yet they seem to be converting these third down and the 1/4 down that has just gotten us. And Van Schoik had the big busted play. Other than that, we've done a nice job.
Yeah, we really have 54 of his yards on one play. I've got him for 81 yards here at the half on 7 carries. I've been impressed with Dylan Bailey, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done a nice job both on the ground and through the air. And I think one of the things that's given us trouble is we've been able to get pressure on quarterbacks. And, you know, the other teams that have passed against us tonight, when we get pressure on him, he's been able to elude us and get up the field. So that's been a big difference. 5 out of 12, 93 yards for him. So 203 yards of offense, 206, 203, very even.
Close. And just like you said it, we talked a little bit about the Willis kid from Sullivan and really Martindale from Eastern. We had a little bit of trouble sometimes with them, and particularly Martindale. And we're so used to coming down and rushing. It looks like we're getting pressure on him, but he either steps up and runs out. And, boy, when he gets out in the open green pasture, that's a little scary to see number 12 as much as 21.
Yeah, it really is. They both have good speed, and they both are elusive, and there's going to be a handful for us here in the second half. Good test, though, as we get ready to head into playoff time, and you know, this is a team we could see again down the road. So, you know, it should be a good second half.
And Bo has run the ball. He's added a little bit with that running out in the open field that maybe Dane doesn't have. And a couple of times we've had some snap transfer issues there. And of course, Jace is in a tough spot getting thrown at that fullback position and really hasn't had any hope up front of catching any yards. But we get the ball first. How's the momentum on the sideline going in?
I think, you know, the kids are still enthused, and I still think there's a lot of confidence over. And I think this first drive, you know, I think it's important for us to come back out and get this lead and see if we can get their spirits down a little bit, you know, going into the rest of the third quarter. But I expect it to be a good battle the rest of the way.
A lot of people say that first drive of the third quarter is the biggest drive of the game, and we come out and drive and put points on the board. That's great for us. If we go 3 and out and give them the ball, that could be a long night.
Yeah, it really could. And you know, like I said, this is a good test for us, getting ready to go into the playoffs, and very impressive North Central team here in the first half. So, you know, these are the kinds of games, you know, you add Sheridan to the schedule trying to get ready for postseason, and I know a lot of people always think, you know, well, it's North Central, they beat the little schools, but when they get to us, it's going to be a different story. Well, tonight it's not been a different story so far, so hopefully it'll be a good prep for us. And with all the changes we've had to make tonight, we need to you know, see those things progress and get better.
Well, appreciate you coming up here, Dan, and hopefully we smile on your face after the game is over.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
That's Darren Clayton with a look at the halftime stats. I'm Keith Dodds along with Dan Phillips, and we are at the intermission senior night at Roy Williams Field, final regular season contest for both of these ball clubs. As we've mentioned, talking about the tournament at length, North Central is in sectional number 47. Linton is in sectional number 48. The winner of those two sectionals plays in the football regional after 3 weeks of sectional competition. North Central has a fairly easy first-round game. They're playing at Turkey Run, a ball club that's only won one time, and they've struggled to have much success over the last several years in high school football. The power down there in their bottom bracket of that 8-team sectional is Fountain Central. Riverton Park at Fountain Central. Riverton Park and Turkey Run are probably not going to offer a whole lot of competition to either one of those teams, so it looks like North Central and Fountain Central perhaps in a semifinal. And then North Vermilion is ranked number 2 in the state. They're in the upper bracket, so 3 highly ranked teams. And then you've got Rockville, which is a possible sleeper, playing North Vermilion in the first round. Attica is up kind of in the catbird seat. They've got a matchup with Covington. They'll be a heavily favored team in that upper bracket. So could be really 4 strong teams in that semifinal in sectional number 47. But North Vermilion, who beat Fountain Central last week, appears to be the class in that sectional number 47. And in the Linton sectional, which is sectional 48, it's Wood Memorial at Tecumseh, Linton at Union Duggar. Those are the top bracket teams. The bottom bracket has Springs Valley at North Davies. And what I think is going to be a real interesting matchup, maybe the best of the first-round matchups, will be Perry Central at North Knox.
Yeah, Perry Central's kind of been under the radar, but they've played some tough teams. Tell City is a good team this year. Corydon Central, a tough team. I think they're a sleeper. Austin LeClaire has kind of come out like you expected, but they have a new quarterback this year. Lane Lynch is a sophomore. Their quarterback, Dakota Shad, now is a receiver, and what that's done now, they got some passing yards on their stats that they never had before. I think they are a real sleeper, and I think they love the fact that nobody's thinking Perry Central. I think they're loving that fact. And you got to say, a team like Tecumseh's got to be, if they see film, if they see film of tonight, they've got to feel pretty good about seeing how the porous that they've been able to, North Central's been able to put the ball out there and make some big plays.
So the Miners will be heavily favored against Duggar, and Tecumseh will be heavily favored against Wood Memorial. If the Miners and the Braves are matched up in the semifinals, that football game would take place here at Roy Williams Field 2 weeks from tonight. We'll start, we know, at 7 o'clock next week, and if things kind of go the way that the numbers indicate, then the Miners would host Tecumseh 2 weeks from tonight, and that would be a 7:30 start because Tecumseh is in the central time zone, and the two schools would split the time difference. We're at halftime, though. Before the tournament, we've got regular season football action. We've got 2 more quarters to play, and on the Graber Post Building scoreboard right now, it is North Central with a 1-point lead, 20-19. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. This is a Media 5 sports production. About sectionals 48 and 47. Of course, the last 2 seasons, the Linton Miners have gone to the semi-state, so that brings in the other 2 sectionals into the southern part of the state competition, and that would be sectionals 45 and 46. And in sectional 45, the class of the field there looks to be Eastern Hancock, which is ranked number 4 in the state, and they're undefeated. And the Royals of Eastern Hancock have certainly had a fine season. And then sectional number 46, you got South Putnam down there, but don't lose sight of teams like Indianapolis Lutheran or Indianapolis Howe that could be slipping in under the radar as well.
And Howe is one of those teams that's an Indianapolis team that really hadn't had football going much. I'm not sure what the situation was, but they're under the radar too. A lot of people are talking about them because they play some teams that typically 1A doesn't play. Eastern Hancock served notice. They hammered previously undefeated Shenandoah, 2A Shenandoah, 68-19. So and North Vermillion by winning against Fountain Central. Those two teams look pretty solid. South Putnam, they beat Greencastle. They're another one up there as well. So we're going to see what happens. Eastern Hancock looks like the real deal, though. But we got to get there first.
It's hard to imagine some of those teams being considered in the Southern Semi-State as they're up at Indianapolis and even north of Indianapolis, but more single-A football playing schools in the northern part of the state. But, of course, the Miners last year were heavily favored to get to the Semi-State. It's going to be a tougher road to get there, certainly, and the Miners are not going to be having the luxury, it appears, to be able to look ahead, at least not ahead very much. And we talked coming into this football game tonight, Dan, that we really felt like Dane Rupska would be missed more on the defensive side of the football. And for once, we've kind of been proven right, at least in the first half of play.
I think we missed him definitely more on the defensive side of things because Van Schoik is caught passes across the middle. They haven't done much running other than the 54-yard run, but that type of play is the one you expect to see Rupska come in there and fill the hole and make the tackle. It's going to be tough just coming in there and missing the big guy like that. Offensively, we got 19 points. We've been able to move the ball. Only once have we not scored on our drive. With the defense, they're going to get a lot of talking to in the locker room. And yeah, I mean we've got to look at Perry Central. Plus we may have a rematch with North Davies. We could see North Knox again. Then there's that Fountain Central and those guys, and then you've got Indianapolis Lutheran's another team, but they may lost 4 or 5 games in the year, but they play the likes of Ritter and Speedway and stuff like that. So I imagine folks are seeing this score and won't realize, of course, that we're without Rupska and Hale. And I don't know that would have made a big difference. North Central's a good team, but I bet North Vermillion. A lot of people think North Vermillion is one of the best team down in the South, and they handled North Central pretty good. And
37-7.
Yeah, so people probably going to be looking at that score.
But I'm sure our coaches are in the locker room making adjustments. It'll be interesting to see what both coaching staffs have up their sleeve for this second half of play. It's a close football game right now. It's 20-19, and we're still a few minutes away from kicking off the third quarter, and the Miners will have the football first. Well, they're closed right now, but you can certainly kick off your Saturday tomorrow with help from Bob's Swit City. Why cook when you can have your favorite pizza from Bob's, including their famous Farouk pizza with all the toppings? They've got plenty of specialty pizzas, barbecue, chicken, bacon ranch, and you name it. They get creative there, and they can get just as creative as you want them to be. Their favorite sandwiches, stromboli, others, along with all your favorite side items. Bob Swit City, call 659-BOB. That's 659-2623, and Mike or Amy will have it ready when you get there. Bob Swit City open at 4 o'clock every Wednesday through Sunday at the intersections of Highway 67 and 54 in Swit City. On the Graber Post Building scoreboard at halftime, it's North Central 20, Linton 19. We'll come back after a 3-minute timeout. This is a Media 5 sports production on Y93 and WQTYradio.com.
Hey, Mom, Greg Pilot said hello.
Hey, Johnny, how much chocolate? If the line's short, I mean, when you're done, you
Where do you think I've been?
The line's not short. You only got 4 minutes, John. All right, go potty. I feel like I'm talking to a little kid. Go potty. says, just remember, son, there isn't enough makeup in the world to cover up crazy. Was it a paid artery or an even artery? Well, it has to. Well, that's very bad. That's just
It's kind of a family thing. And then I got a nephew who coaches too.
Wow.
What was that last score? Well, we're back at Roy Williams Field in Linton. I'm Keith Dodes along with Dan Phillips. North Central has come back out onto the field, and here come the Linton Miners. Still got a minute and a half on the clock, and they generally will put a couple of more up to give the kids plenty of opportunity to get themselves all stretched out. These North Central fans are all fired up. They're ahead
and
right now, 20-19. You got a couple of scores, Dan.
Yeah, it's been a long time since North Central's been up. Reason to be happy at halftime. Washington kind of surprisingly up on North Knox 21-6. The Hatchets really haven't.
That's a surprise.
It is to me too. And then not really a surprise, perhaps the margin, but it's 40-2 North Davies over Springs Valley, and the woes for the Blackhawks continue. I got to wonder about the Warriors. Maybe a letdown from that big loss last week with North Davies.
And next week, as football sectional will kick off all over the state, an 8-team sectional in sectional 48. Linton has drawn Union Duggar, and kind of ironic, I suppose, that those two teams hook up. The Miners dropped Union from the regular season schedule, and they're looking to do the same with another team in our sectional, and we'll just have to see what kind of changes in the schedule take place during the course of the off season. But the Miners always looking for opportunities to upgrade now that they've gotten out of the old Southwest 7 Conference, which is now the Southwest Conference, which North Central is going to be the winner and the champion of the conference this year. But Union Duggar will be on the road, and we'll kick off at 7 o'clock, and we'll have our pregame show for you at 6:30, and I can't help but think of last year when we were there during the regular season. It just poured down rain all day long and all night long, and it was just miserable over there.
As you remember, Duggar didn't punt the ball at all, so when they got the ball at the 10 and 4th and 20, they didn't punt. They gave us the ball at the 10 every time, and I don't know how many scores we had in that first quarter, and I think our kids were in street clothes at halftime, and
our starters were.
Yeah, that was a miserable night.
They were done by the half, 71-0.
All you do is worry about somebody getting hurt in a situation like that. I remember Bradbury took kind of a shot in that towards one interception return he had. I know for us it's going to be good to kind of get some guys that maybe are hurt feeling better, and it's going to help us. I'm sure now we will come out and run our regular offense and try to make things happen.
Well, one guy, I'm not sure if he's here at the field or not, but a guy that gets around to a lot of high school sports is Mike Morin. He also gets around to a lot of homes with his business, Midwest Satellite. And if you're looking to reduce your TV bill, give Mike a call, and he'll fix you up with a package that starts as low as $19.99 a month. He'll give you free installation, free equipment, and a free iPad, and he'll even pay $50 on your first bill. So, again, don't call an out-of-state number. Call Mike Morin at Midwest Satellite. He's the guy that will treat you right. Also, our broadcast brought to you by the Asphalt Doctor in Bloomfield. For your paving, seal coating, and repairs, call the Asphalt Doctor for a free estimate at 324-4446. and by Southside Express in Linton. Southside Express has everything you need when you're in a hurry, and they're locally owned and operated.
Well, the Miners have scored 3 out of 4 times we had the ball, not counting that kneel down at the end. North Central scored 3 out of 5 times they've had the ball. Never more important, I think, has it been to come out in this third quarter and have a nice drive right off the bat. I don't care if it's an 80-yard touchdown pass or what it is, but we've got to be able to move the ball down the field and not give North Central the ball back so quickly.
Well, a perfect season would be 15-0, and the Miners are 8-0 right now. And Highcom in Lyons wants to support the Miners in their Win 15 campaign by offering 15% off the cost of a new home security system, and they're not stopping there. Mention this ad that you heard about it on Linton Football, and you'll receive your first 6 months of monitoring for only $15 a month. So call Derek McKee at Highcom in Lyons, and he can give you more information and also schedule a free in-home evaluation. You can also go online for more information or for a phone number at callhighcom.com.
Tell you the other thing I noticed, Keith, they've started drives at their about 45-yard line every time they've got the ball because we've kicked the ball.
They've been at their 35, their 48, Linton's 39, their 33, and their 39.
Yeah.
So they've definitely started out with better field position than the Miners, who have started out at their own 23, their own 40, their own 16, the North Central 38, and their own 30, and then they had a kneel down there.
Yeah. And Hayden nearly went to the house on the kickoff. The last one he had just barely got pushed out of bounds.
Copeland will tee it up.
We got Braxton Cox and Eberhardt at about the 20, Hayden at about the 15.
It's good to see Eberhardt back in there.
Yeah.
Hayden is all the way back. North Central fans trying to rally their team. It's picked up by Cox at the 25-yard line to the 30-35, and he gets out to the 38-yard line.
He was ready to pop that one away. 32 saves, a touchdown Risley, but a nice play by Braxton.
Miners with decent field position at their own 38, moving from left to right.
And we'll see what kind of adjustments. The Miners were moving the ball all right, had some open plays, just couldn't connect on them.
Stom is split wide to the far side. That's the left side. Herndon is in the backfield with Bo Eaton, double wing formation. Bo, it's a bad snap, and Eaton better fall on it. He does, all the way back inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. So we're going to lose about 12 yards. That was a decent snap, and Bo just wasn't able to gather it in.
That wasn't on the center that time, and these are the kind of plays that just kill you. Your first play of the second half, a 12-yard loss.
Actually, they're putting the football down at the 28, so we'll lose 10. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Stom split again wide to the far side. Man in motion is Hayden. Eaton rolls to the far side, throws it out there for Stom. It's caught at the 44. He's out to midfield and close to a first down, runs out of bounds. Maybe just short of a first down. We'll see the spot.
Well, that is open all night, Keith. He put a double move on Bailey. Bailey was spinning around, didn't know where he was.
First down at midfield, a pickup of 22 on the play.
And that's a huge conversion.
Miners down by a missed extra point. Eaton out of the shotgun, gives the ball to Hayden, looks for room to run. He's hitting the backfield and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, there were a lot of them on that play. 32 again making the tackle. Several Thunderbirds there. Risley, nothing there.
Played a minute here in this third quarter. Linton 2nd and 10 from midfield. Stom split wide to the far side. Eaton back to pass, looks his way, he's covered,
he's wide open.
Throws it deep again for Stom, makes the catch and touchdown! Grant Stom, a double move, got behind the defense, and he just was able to run underneath that pass and got into the end zone. The second time that Eaton and Stom hook up this evening, the 11th touchdown catch of the year for Grant Stom, and the Miners are in front for the first time tonight.
Was that the longest wait to see if he was going to catch a pass ever in the history of passes?
He stretched out every half inch of his arms and his fingers were needed to bring that one in.
Boy, and I thought he was going to stumble forward, but good night. He was wide open. That is open all night, Keith. That is 9, let's see, 4 catches, 50. Oh, that can't be right. Should double check that.
Well, we're going to
certainly go for 2.
At 25-20, the Miners are going to go for 2.
Oh, there we go.
Well, the official has indicated that it's a touchdown. Was there a penalty on the play?
I didn't see it.
Miners are going to go for 2.
4 catches, 158 yards for Grant Stomp.
And try to get a 7-point lead.
Need this. Need this.
Eaton out of the shotgun. Fakes. Back to
There
pass.
is.
Throws it. Caught for the 2-point conversion. And that was Trent Vowell who hauled it in. The Miners get the 2 points. They're up by 7 on the Graber Post Building scoreboard. 10:35 of the third quarter. 27-20 Linton with its first lead of the night. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production.
Flag looked good, but we didn't, number 4 did a little better job. Might talk that part about getting a little better long or ride that kid out on the kids. Yeah, no, I mean, we had a pad on him, but he didn't get long like he did in the first half. He was upfield.
Well, we again invite you to stick around after the game for the Bender Lumber postgame show. Bender Lumber, Highway 54 in Linton, serving all your building and repair needs. Stop in and register. No purchase necessary for that $1,000 shopping spree at Bender Lumber. And we talked about how important it was, Dan, to come out and move the football and get a score on that first drive. That's exactly what the Miners did. Here's a kickoff, a short kickoff. Thompson's going to be fielded by Berg at the 32. He's out to the 38-yard line.
Nice hit by Goodman. Still got pretty good field position, but I'm not nearly as scared of Berg breaking it as I am Van Schoik.
So the Miners up now 27-20. Here early in this third quarter. North Central wearing all white. White tops, white pants, green numbers, green helmets with the white Wolverine look and stripes at their own 38. Dylan Bailey out of the shotgun has Chase Van Schoik to his left. Berg is the man in the slot. A 4-receiver look.
Now this is a whole new look for North Central.
Bailey, he keeps the football to the middle of the field, has some room to run. He's out to midfield and has a first down.
Well, that's tough to defend that.
He has the football in the belly of Van Schoik and keeps it there for 3 or 4 steps as they just kind of run in tandem. And then he decided that time to keep the football and found plenty of room, got a first down out to midfield.
Yep, really, he kept that ball almost to the last second.
North Central also no huddles. Again, the same look. 4-receiver set. Van Schoik to the left of Dylan Bailey in the shotgun from midfield, moving from right to left. He is going to give the football this time to Van Schoik.
There's a hold.
Oh, no, it is. It's a keeper. And there's a hold at midfield as Bailey gets down to the 45, picks up about 5, but the flag in the area of normal hold.
Oh, it's amazing how long he puts that ball in Van Schoik's belly. It just is amazing how long that goes. And, Keith, I got to say, in all the games that I've heard about and watched or anything from North Central, they just run that wishbone all the time. So this is a whole new look for them. It's a big penalty here.
15, or it's a 10-yarder from the spot of the foul. So instead of 2nd and 5, it's going to be 1st and about 18. So they bring the football back to the 41-yard line.
Barely need a defensive stop.
Same set, same look. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. This time, though, it's Berg to the left of Bailey, and Van Schoik is the man in the slot. Bailey barks out the signals, back to throw, looking, now runs toward the near side, throws it deep down the field, and it is going to be up for grabs, and it is intercepted. Zane Hayden was back there with Grant Stom and Mitch Eberhardt, and Hayden comes up with the interception. That is his 5th of the season. The intended receiver out there was 33, Cam Bernard, But that ball had so much air underneath of it, it allowed the Miners to get back with 3 red shirts back there versus 1 for North Central, and the ball was intercepted.
Tipped up by Eberhardt.
So the first turnover of the football game by North Central gives Linton the football at the 20-yard line, and back to pass. It's caught by Stom at the 35 and brought down immediately. So the play starting at the 20, and a first down. Eaton hits Stom at the 34-yard line.
He's just so wide open out there, it's unbelievable.
Gain of 14. Miners first down, leading 27-20. 9:20 left in the third quarter. Eberhardt in motion, but Eaton keeps it, throws it out, and incomplete at the 48-yard line.
Just a little long for Paul Goodman.
Goodman 34. And he went all out to bring it in, but it's incomplete, 2nd and 10.
And that was open too. But you don't want to throw it short. That's interception time.
Well, the Miners, with that 50-yard touchdown pass from Eaton to Stom, are on top by 7. Here's that little spin play for Eaton. Cuts it back to the inside to the 35, to the 36, and that's all he will get. So gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 8.
It was a nice job by Logan Berg. Kind of kept him inside, and then Alec Copeland came in, wrapped him up, and a whole bunch of white shirts got him. And now we got a 3rd down and 8. This will be a big play for the Miner offense. 1 of 6 is all we are on 3rd downs.
8:50 left in the third quarter. Double wing formation. Stom split wide to the far side. Eaton looking that way. Throws it for Stom. It is knocked down at the 45-yard line. That was well defended. It's a nice play out there.
We're probably going to certainly have to punt the ball now.
Miners have not punted yet in the football game. Rupska's the normal punter.
Yeah, Val did it last week, and he's back there tonight.
Trent Val is going to kick. And guess who goes back to receive? It's Van Schoik standing around his 30-yard line.
Just nowhere. Just do not kick the ball at him in the slightest.
8:37 left in the third quarter. Linton leading 27-20, punting the football. Val gets it away. It's going to bounce, and Van Schoik will let it bounce. The Miners gather around the football. It's inside the 35 and rolls dead at the 33. North Central at their own 33-yard line, first down.
Well, the Miner defense got the pick, but we couldn't take advantage of it.
North Central moves from right to left. They've got the football back. They just threw an interception. Miners couldn't take advantage. 3 and out. They give the football back. Actually, it was not a 3 and out. They got a first down on their first play. There's a keeper by Bailey out to the 40-yard line, across the 40 and brought down at the 43. So that's going to be close to a first down. Maybe half a yard or so short. We'll take a look. Nope, the official says move the chains.
They're getting
gain of 10.
Getting big gains on that. He keeps it. That time it was Berg he faked it to. 51 yards now for the quarterback, Bailey.
No huddle offense for North Central.
They're going with Van Schoik.
Van Schoik split wide to the far side now.
And we got Stom out there, so that's speed against speed.
3 receivers to the near side. Berg in the backfield with Bailey out of the shotgun. Gonna keep the football up the middle. He's to the 45 and not much more than that, so he's going to pick up a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now you see what they're doing, Keith. They got 3 receivers to one side, and then they got Van Schoik out there on that island on the Miner sideline out there with Stom on him.
2nd and 8 from the North Central 45-yard line. Bailey out of the shotgun. Back to throw again, looking. He's going to throw it deep for Van Schoik. Gets him turned around, intercepted by Stom.
Boy, ill-advised.
At the 22-yard line, Grant Stom picks it off. His third interception of the season.
Boy, ill-advised pass there. There was no hope that Van Schoik, he wasn't even turned around. Nice diving catch by Stom. Now, if we could just get the ball down the field, Keith, get it's a little bit of padding.
7:07 left in the third quarter, and on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, Linton 27, North Central 20. North Central led 20-19 at halftime. Stom split wide to the near side. Double wing formation. Herndon back there as well. The give is to Hayden, hitting the backfield. There's a hold coming up. He loses yardage back to the 20, so it'll either be 2nd and 12 or 1st and a long way.
We're going to get Mitch holding out there. If he hadn't held, though, he probably would have took about a 4-yard loss. But you do wonder if they'll take it. Of course, I think they will. That'll push us back around the 10-yard line.
They'll take the penalty, and the flag is around the 17, so going to get half the distance to the goal, and the football is going to rest at the 9.
Again, we're starting off a drive deep in our territory and need
23 yards.
Need a lot of yards.
1st and 23 from the 9, and if this turns into a game of field position right now, Miners got to get out of the shadow of their own end zone.
That's it, yeah.
Double wing formation. Eaton rolls to the far
He's
side, throws it out there to Stom, or rather Val. He makes the catch at midfield. He cuts it back inside and is tackled at the North Central 43-yard line.
Boy.
He was wide open.
Van Schoik, the only thing that saved that from being 6. Trent Val, you remember last week, he just missed hitting him wide open. Another huge conversion, another great on-the-money pass thrown by Bo Eaton. We're at the North Central 43-yard line.
So used to seeing Stom being the intended receiver on a long pass like that, but boy, a nice job running by Val after he made the catch.
Hearing Joe talk about their double teaming Stom now as you see the safety leaning over, and it leads some openings.
Handoff is to Hayden. Up the middle he goes to the 40, down to the 35. Nice run as he gets down close to another first down inside the 35 to the 34. Going to pick up 9.
Nice hard run. Dane never looks like he's running full steam. It looks like he's kind of, not Dane, I should say Zane. Looks like he's just kind of seeing the situation, then he makes the cut and go.
2nd and 1. Double wing formation. Right up the middle is Eaton. He's got a first down close to the 30-yard line.
That's what we want, first down.
Just under 6 minutes left in the third quarter. The Miners started this drive at their own 22, and then on the penalty went back to their own 9.
And a 48-yard pass to Trent Val.
3 yards for Eaton and a first down. Stom wide to the near side. Eaton going to hand the football to Eberhardt. Looks to the left side. Got a room to run. Down to the 20.
There
the 10. He might go.
Touchdown!
And he dives. Did he get in? He went out of bounds inside the 5.
Oh, my goodness. Nice run by Mitch Eberhardt. And we're down at the 4-yard line. A chance to get up by a couple scores. Huge for the Miner offense.
Eberhardt gets down. It looks like the 6-yard line is where they're going to put it down.
That's 57 yards on 7 carries by
Gain of 25 for Eberhardt, and a 1st and goal now for the Miners from the 6. Well, this would be huge.
It would be gigantic.
Eaton back to pass, rolls to the near side. Now he stops, throws, and it's knocked down at the goal line. The intended receiver was Eberhardt.
Yeah, he should have kept that one and run. 15 Howard's going to break that pass up. 2nd
and goal from the 6. 5:30 left in the third quarter. A key moment in this football game.
This really is. And
we've had a lot of big plays so far. A little halfway through this third quarter.
Interesting that Stom comes out of the contest down around here. I would have him in. Keith, that's 7 for 15 for 232 yards is Bo Eaton tonight.
Herndon in the backfield with Eaton from the 6. Bo gives the ball to Hayden. He comes to the near side, looks for the corner, and I don't think he got in.
No,
he stayed in bounds even. It's going to be 3rd and goal. But he's inside the 5, close to the 1, maybe the 2.
He's awfully close.
Spot is going to be at the 2-yard line.
Oh, boy, this is big.
Clock continues to move. Down to 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Miners up 7, 27-20. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Here again, this is where having that big running back would help.
Eaton gives the ball to Eberhardt, and he got in. Touchdown, Mitch Eberhardt. And a 2-possession lead now for the Miners with 4:52 left in the third quarter.
Big drive by the Miners. That one goes 7 plays, 79 yards, but as you pointed out, Keith, that ball was back at the 9, so that was an 81-yard drive.
Big play was that completion and run to Trent Bow.
Wow. Big play.
So Eberhardt gets his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. Are the Miners going to go for 2 again?
Yeah, they look like they've abandoned the idea of an extra point. We're up by 13.
Miners are going to go for 2. So Bo Eaton rolls to the far side, looks for the pass, and it is caught by Stamm out there. I believe it's Stamm. No, it's Goodman.
Yeah.
Paul Goodman with the reception and the 2-point conversion. The Miners are up 15 with 4:52 to play in the third quarter on the Graber Post Building scoreboard. Linton 35, North Central 20. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production.
I think one problem we have is our quarterback is the wide is automatically a pass. It's a run-pass option. But their running play or pass play is 20.
Well, our broadcast brought to you by Lions Health and Living Center, offering exceptional senior living with a wide range of services from skilled professional, compassionate caregivers. For a personal tour, call Melinda Barnhill at Lions Health and Living Center in Lyons. Linton taking advantage of those back-to-back interceptions.
Yeah, great drives. How'd you like to be a freshman, Michael Thompson, coming into this game kicking the ball? Well, there's all sorts of room over here.
Nice kick the last time. Kicks this one a little deeper to Van Schoik at the 23-yard line, out to the 30. Cuts it to the sideline.
No.
Little juke move, pushes one guy down and runs out of bounds in Linton territory.
They just cannot kick the ball to him. Just can't. Bo Eaton saves a touchdown.
The 47-yard line, so North Central with an excellent return by Van Schoik out to the Linton 47.
It's a 30-yard, 42-yard kick and a 30-yard return, and they got the ball at midfield, and I don't know why we're kicking the ball to Van Schoik. I don't understand that at all.
4:44 left in the third quarter. And North Central moving from right to left.
Now they really need to score, and the Miner defense really needs to hold them out of here.
Bailey out of the shotgun. Hands the ball to Van Schoik to the near side, to the 45, the 40, has the sideline to the 30. Looks for a blocker and run out of bounds to see where they spot the football. First down inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line.
Well, 20-yard game by Van Schoik. He's now at 102 yards on 8 carries.
First down North Central at the Linton 27. 4:35 left in the third quarter, and North Central down by 2 scores. They're down by 2 scores and at least one 2-point conversion. They're down 15.
And they're right back in it if they can get in the end zone.
Bailey gives the football to Van Schoik. Gets through to the 20, down to the 15, and brought down. That was a arm tackle there. First down inside the 20 and close to the 15-yard line. That's where the Miners stop them after a gain of 12 at the 15. First and 10 for North Central.
And that's the play that we saw Hoover run in the second half, that just 32-yard touchdown, and where they're making this look easy.
Bailey with Van Schoik to his right. Going to give the ball to Van Schoik. Why not? He goes up the middle this time and gets maybe a yard.
He didn't get outside that time. We were able to get him before he made that cut.
Yeah, when he gets outside, he's been very, very difficult to stop up the middle. The Miners have done a great job, and Bailey, it's been just the opposite. He's had some success going up the middle.
Yeah, but he keeps it, yeah. But they're down to the 14, certainly 4-down territory. Wyatt Franklin, 58, was one of the guys that got there.
Inside of 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Linton on top, 35-20. This has been a ball game. Van Schoik back there. He'll
look at that. Look at how
he's not going to. They're going to keep it
Franklin
with Bailey, and he eats the football for a little bit of a loss. He held that football in the belly of Van Schoik for a long time.
Big old Wyatt Franklin, the senior, coming there. So I don't care who's got the ball. All of you are going down.
Yeah, he was going for the quarterback and made the right guess.
That's a big play.
That's back to the 16-yard line, a loss of 2.
3rd and 11 now, Keith, and this is where we got to watch that across the middle pass. Van Schoik is.
Yeah, he caught a touchdown in this area in the first possession of the game.
Right down the middle of the field.
They do have Lewis split wide to the far side. Back to throw.
Oh, he's across
Bailey looking. Now he has to get rid of it short. And was it caught? Looked like it is going to be a catch.
Lewis caught it, but
Lewis over there at the far sideline.
Immediately tackled, I think, by Goodman.
But it's going to be 4th down, and he got to the 10, so picks up 6. 4th and 5 coming up. And North Central looks like they're going to call a timeout.
Now this is a huge play for them.
With 2:36 left in the third quarter on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, 35-20 Linton on 2 scores here in this third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production on Y93.
Even with 4 guys coming at them, this time they have to get past the 5th. That could be a problem. We'll have one running right at them.
Well, next Friday, football, first round of the sectional, week number 10. We'll be in Duggar. Union Bulldogs against these Linton Miners on the air at 6:30. Kickoff at 7 o'clock from Media 5 Sports.
I hate to say it, Keith, but they had a 4th and 5 at the Miner 15 on that first drive, and that's when they scored on that touchdown. They failed on the other 4th down.
Van Schoik is in the slot here on the near side.
Oh, it's wide open there. It's wide open. You got our linebacker on him, and all he's got to do is put a move.
Bailey has Berg in the backfield with him, out of the shotgun over on the far hash mark.
Hayden will have to come up, make the play.
Bailey back to throw, looking across the middle. He was open. Now Bailey flushed to the far side, throws it into the end zone, and it is caught.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Caught for a touchdown.
Bernard, unbelievable. I don't know how he caught it.
He stayed in bounds. He only has to get 1 foot in. Touchdown catch on 4th down. Second time they've done that on that end of the field.
Well, it's still a game. We did a good job on Van Schoik across the middle, but could not get to Bailey. He was able to continue to play by scrambling and made a nice pass to Bernard, who made a tiptoe catch. And now of course, they're setting up to go for 1, but you have to watch out that they'll go for it.
At 2:28 left in the third quarter. 35-26, so this is a really big extra point here. And it looks like they're going to shift over for a traditional kick.
Still watch out for Van Schoik. He's lined up in that wingback, kind of that flank position.
This would make it an 8-point game. Good snap, good kick on the way.
Left.
And it is no good. He pushed it over to the left side.
That's huge.
So they miss the extra point, and it is still a 2-possession game. On the Graber Post Building scoreboard, 2:28 left in the third quarter. It's Linton 35, North Central 26. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production.
onside. Watch your onside now. Watch this onside kick. Onside next. Come on, Braxton. What got here, Chief? You out there, Chief? We're gonna face mask. We're gonna get a face mask. We're gonna get a face mask. Couldn't beat the fumble. What's the penalty? Easy there. Is he hit early that last one, you say? Okay, well, I changed my base, so hopefully it's better. We're doubling Spawn. We're doubling up Spawn. Hey, we're doubling up Spawn. The flurry. Yep. Hey, we're doubling up Spawn. But if you guys Spotted, that's it. First, hey, you might tell them that they got their two best athletes to our left side. Smash it right over your tight end. Anything we can run over this way, right over this way, smash it to the tight end. Smash it, make it stop. From here, he made it. What was that, Chief? Well, yeah, I got the play. That's true.
will, and he has the first down.
There you go. There you go. That's as easy as that, friends.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Miners will have the football when we come back to start quarter number 4, but after 3 on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, Linton 35, North Central 26. Back in a minute. This is a Media 5 sports production on Y93. Well, we can't thank our sponsors enough for making these broadcasts possible. You can help us out by patronizing the people you hear advertising here and letting them know that you listen. Here's Eaton on
he's
first
wide open.
down.
He's wide open. Oh, there's a
Throw
hold.
downfield is caught at the 20,
Hold.
and they're going to get into the end zone, but this one looks like it's coming back. Paul Goodman made the catch and got in the end zone, but there's a flag down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, Keith.
And this touchdown will come back.
And Paul Goodman was wide open, caught it, perfect pass, boom, touchdown, and the flag came as the ball was in the air and takes 6 off the board.
Well, the flag is about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to cost us 10 more, so it's going to be first and about 19.
Humongous penalty.
I'm sorry, it's going to be first and about 24.
That's back to our 43-yard line. 15, 14-yard penalty, and worse than that, Keith. That was a big touchdown play off the boards right there.
First and 24 for the Miners. Eaton back to throw. Looking, throws it over the middle, and it is incomplete. Intended out there for Stom, and Dylan Bailey was the closest to the football.
Ball a little too long. I don't know what the fans are yelling about.
They wanted an offensive pass interference on Stom coming over Bailey.
Well, I don't think that looked like offensive pass interference. Here's a big
So
play.
it's second and 24.
Yeah.
Miners leading by 9. Eaton hands the ball to Hayden, looks for running room. He's at midfield. Hayden breaks it to the near side. He's to the 40, gets a block to the 30. Little stutter move. He cuts it back to the middle to the 10 to 5. Reverse direction. Touchdown. Hayden with a touchdown.
Holy moly, fans. That's
57-yard run by Zane Hayden.
That was almost identical to the one in Sheridan where he went to the right, saw the hole, came back left. Nobody hit anybody in the back, and then it was just a game of cat and mouse between him and I believe Bailey out there.
11:30 left in the football game, and the Miners lead it again by 15.
Yeah, I think we're definitely
going for 2 here.
I'll tell you what, that works good when you get it. What a great run by Hayden. He now has 123 yards rushing for the Miners.
Going for 2 are the Miners. There's a fake, and Eaton looks. Now he goes back to the far side, still looks, throws it to the end zone, and got in for the 2-point conversion. That time it was Vowell. Trent Vowell's second 2-point conversion. And on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, 11:30 left in the game. Linton 43, North Central 26. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Well, I don't think anyone's going to be able to say they got cheated out of their ticket price tonight. They have seen a dandy. We've seen scoring in about every way you can see
sure
it.
Have, and it's been a heck of a game, and I'm just proud of the way these guys are responding. 460 yards of offense for the Miners, 275 for North Central.
Miners were down 20-19 at halftime, leading 43-26 now.
Now let's not kick this ball to Van Schoik. They got to listen to me, Keith. They got to listen to me.
Thompson will kick it off, the freshman. Little pooch kick this time. It's fielded at the 31-yard line and about a 10-yard return for Bernard.
Curtis Cox on the big hit, but we didn't kick the ball to Van Schoik, but they got the ball to 40.
Still got good field position. North Central at their own 40, 11:26 left in the game. And the Miners are up by 17. It's a 3-possession lead for Linton.
Yeah, and you're in
That's how big that two-point conversion was. It took away the opportunity for North Central to get 2 touchdowns and two extra points and tie the game or win the game.
Well, they didn't burn a timeout, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh.
So North Central calls a timeout. We'll keep it here and remind you that Fleetwood Promotions offers creative marketing and fundraising for your business, club, or organization. Call Kim at Fleetwood Promotions for promotional products, apparel, and a whole lot more. In fact, anything that you can put a logo on. Call 698-2013 or go online to fleetwoodpromotions.com. Stick around after the game for our Bender Lumber postgame show. Bender Lumber on Highway 54 in Linton. And be sure to stop in there tomorrow to get all the things that you need to do the jobs that need to be done around the home or out in the yard. And you can register no purchase necessary for the $1,000 in merchandise being given away by Bender Lumber. North Central at their own 40 burns a timeout.
Their coach is talking heavily to the side ref out there, so we'll watch if there's not a penalty called soon.
1st and 10 from their own 40, moving from left to right. North Central from the shotgun. Van Schoik to the right of Dylan Bailey. Back to pass. Looking, in trouble. Puts it up for grabs. And it is knocked down, incomplete. Intended receiver out there was Lewis. There is a flag down at the 35-yard line.
It sure did look like a hold. I like how Rydell was charging but came in under control this time.
This could be 1st and 25 coming up for North Central. It's a hold against the T-Birds, and that's exactly what this is going to be, 1st and 25.
Yeah, that time they kept Van Schoik in the block, but I hear the coach is talking down there about that he may try to sneak out for a screen. We haven't seen a screen all night.
I've got Lewis split wide to the near side with 3 receivers over to the far side. Van Schoik is in the backfield with Dylan Bailey. And the give is to Van Schoik. And he's hitting the backfield and gets out across the 25.
Trent
He
Val
gets just a very short gain on the play.
came in from the outside. Zach Johnson on the inside along with Jace Herndon, but Trent Val made that play.
Out to the 27. Van Schoik gets only 2, and he's not had success running up the middle.
Well, they moved down the field pretty quick in their last drive. A 20-yard gain, a 12-yard gain before they bogged down a little bit.
10:50 left in the game.
And here's where it hurts them taking so much time, Keith. And if you run it down to 8, 7, 6 seconds per play, they're down to 6.
They might have to call another timeout. Play clock down to 3. They finally get the play off, and Bailey right up the middle, hit at the 30 and tackled forward to the 33.
What's that all about?
And
you can't little
extracurricular activity. And
Dylan Morris on the tackle. But
Travis Nolting took his headset off, and he was all the way out to the field marker that had the 30-yard line.
Looked to me like Bailey got up and turned and pushed back over the top of Morris.
Out to the 33. It's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and about 18.
You got to watch that across the middle pass.
Under 10 minutes left in the game. Play clock down to 15. And North Central needs 3 scores. So they're going to have to get in a little bit of a hurry. Bailey right up the middle again. He
There
goes,
it is.
he's hit behind
Dylan
the
Morse.
line and does get forward for a yard out to the 34. So it's 4th down and long, very long.
Yeah, Dylan Morris came flying in from the defensive
Well,
end.
can you afford to give, if you're North Central, can you afford to
I
give
can't.
Linton the football back without going for it?
Well, they sure are. They're going to punt the ball. That
They've got to
amazes
have
me.
3 scores.
Hey, we better get somebody deep covering a pass here. You got to throw the ball deep to him.
And Bailey is the quarterback, so you do have to watch
Bailey
out
the
for
punter, and you could hear Joe Lorg, one of the assistant coaches up here, using the headset to guard against a pass. Bailey with a short kick, high kick.
That sucker goes.
It's going to bounce at the
Oh.
40 and take a really good North Central roll and roll out of bounds close to the 25. It's going to be marked out of bounds at the 26.
That was a high kick. Miners nearly got to it. I'm with you, Keith.
I mean, I realize you're pretty far back in your own territory, your own end, but you've got to get the football 3 times, and you're down to 2 timeouts left.
And they have not shown really that they can stop the Miners. The Miners had an interception earlier in the game that Bailey returned, and that was the only time they've stopped us.
Miners have it at their own 26, 1st down with just under 9 minutes left in the game. Linton leading 43-26.
Here's where you want to churn out the yardage.
Eaton going to hand the football off to Hayden. Tries the far side. Gets a block. Stays on his feet to the 30, 35, and stay in bounds. He does.
A lot of running.
Out close to a 1st down.
Side to side, Van Schoik is going to make the tackle.
Stop short now of the 35. The official puts the football down at the 34, so a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming up for Linton. And they want to run as much of that play clock down as possible, leading 43-26.
130 yards by far. Zane Hayden's best night of the year running the ball.
And the give is to Hayden again. Sizes things up, out across the 35. Should have a 1st down. Close to the 40, I believe. And the chains will move, I believe. Well, we didn't get a very good spot out of that. One of the officials was standing up around the 40-yard line, and I don't think they're going to give him the 1st down.
And again, 3rd and short, a yard or so, even a half a yard.
Well, out to the 36, I guess. So 3rd and very short. But the clock is moving down to 7:35. Linton leading 43-26 here in the 4th quarter. Big 2nd half for the Miners. After trailing at the half, here's Eaton going right up the middle. He's hitting the backfield.
Keeps pushing forward, though.
And he should have the 1st down. It is. 1st and 10 for the Miners.
He was hit behind the line, a little arm tackle, able to push forward. Oh, that's a good one there.
Out to the 40. Well, that makes it extremely difficult now for North Central.
Yeah, they just almost had to have a 3 and out. But I'll say this, Keith, that this is a very good North Central team, and it was a good test of our fortitude tonight. Although it's not over, 7 minutes to go, anything can happen. But
39-yard line of Linton. Miners certainly will keep the football on the ground. Nope. Eaton looks to throw. He's hitting the backfield. He's gonna keep it. Now he runs, gets to the 40, has some room over on the far side.
Still up.
And he is going to get a 1st down.
Still up. He took 2 big hits.
I think he went out of bounds.
Cale Adams is finally going to get him, but he took 2 big hits. The ball at the 49 of North Central.
Another 1st down for Linton in North Central territory.
Bo does run the ball downhill when he gets out in the open, puts his shoulder down.
Well, he did stay in bounds. I only stopped the clock to move the chains. The clock is moving. It's down to 6:40 left in the game. Stom is split wide to the near side. Just as soon as I said, surely they're going to keep the ball on the ground. Looked like they wanted to throw. Herndon in the backfield. Eaton on a keeper, though. Runs to the near side. Stay in bounds, Bo, to 50, 45, and he is run out of bounds.
We got a flag in the secondary out here.
There's a flag right at midfield. This is going to come back.
And that was way down the field. Not sure. He got down to the 43-yard line.
Well, there's flags all over the place. There's another flag down.
Backfield, yeah.
Closer to where the play ended.
Yeah, I didn't even see that flag.
This may be offsetting penalties.
Again, they're talking to the two team captains.
At any rate, 6:24 left in the football game. It's been a dandy here at Linton. The Miners have had a big second half. They were down 20-19 at the intermission, but lead 43-26 right now.
Well, not only were we down, Keith, but momentum-wise, North Central had all of it. Not sure what's going to go on there. A lot of discussion. It looks like the Miners are going to get the brunt of it. There's 3 flags on the field. And Choice coming over to the sideline.
Well, the official is moving the football down to the 38.
That's where the flag
of North
was at.
Central. And this one's going to come back. Well, I don't know how many, but let's say 10 yards. And now they're going to go back the other direction. 5, 10,
That's
15. So a hold maybe against Linton and then a personal foul against North Central. And the Miners come out ahead in this.
Yeah,
and it's a first down to the 33-yard line of North Central.
Not sure how that worked out.
So a couple of different penalties. Holding against Linton apparently cost him 10. Well, no, but it wouldn't have been holding because they would have gone back to the point of the foul.
They marked it off from the 38 and went back and then turned around and went 15 the other way. So he must have had a hold at the 38 and then a personal foul on them.
Well, this is where it would help if the official was mic'd.
Yeah, and see Coach Nolting not happy. That's my guess, Keith, the holding or hitting the back or something at the 38 because he went back.
Well, the official hasn't indicated anything about a penalty, what the penalties were. And all he did was put the football down at the 33 and indicate first down Linton. No indication on what the penalties were.
And North Knox has the official mic. We get to hear him down there.
6:20 and the clock is moving. Linton in North Central territory. The handoff is to Hayden. Up the middle to the 30. And that's about where the play ends, at the 30-yard line. Pickup of 3.
Austin Kutch, a senior for the T-Birds, makes the tackle there.
And we're halfway through the fourth quarter. Miners trying to go undefeated in the regular season for the third year in a row.
Year. And I've heard talk that it might be the winningest class, but I'm not sure. You got to remember these kids, people like Hayden and Rupska and those guys and Stom have been a part of this on the field since they were sophomores.
Eaton going right up the middle on
Look
a
at
keeper.
that.
He breaks it into the inside. He's got the 15, the 10, got a block, and Bo Eaton goes into the end zone.
Excellent run by Bo Eaton.
30-yard touchdown run, and that should be the dagger that kills North Central and the T-Birds' hopes at an upset here at Roy Williams Field on senior night. 30-yard touchdown run by Bo Eaton. Boy, what a night he has had.
91 yards rushing, 235 yards passing. Oh, my job is going to be very difficult tonight.
49-26 with 5:28 left in the game.
That's hard. I wouldn't have thought that at halftime.
Well, Eaton's gotten in the end zone a couple of times. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes.
Now here's where I'm surprised we just don't kick. We need to work on that kicking game. Of course, we've been successful on the 2-pointers the last 2 or 3 times, so I guess working on the 2-pointer play is good as well.
49-26 Linton. And
delay of game.
We have a delay of the game penalty on the 2-point conversion here.
Well, you just got to be super proud of the way the Miners have responded. Boy, the North Central came out awfully fired up, and gosh, they went right down the field and scored. Moved the ball pretty good. The second half, though, Keith, they really haven't done much offensively.
2-point conversion from the 8. Eaton going to throw it toward the end zone, and it is caught again over in the same spot.
I think that's Goodman.
Paul Goodman again. That's about the third straight time we've gone for 2 on that same spot and gotten it. So with 5:28 left in the football game on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, Linton 51, North Central 26, back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 Sports production.
Yeah, a couple of big plays, a couple of long passes. Yeah, threw the ball to him a lot. Actually, we took him out of the offense. We had to over the tackle. So we had to go to another offense. Yeah.
Keith, an interesting stat that I have for you. Second half only. Linton 315 total offense. North Central 79. So a heck of a job of that minor defense in the second half. After the first half, we gave up 205 yards, 79 through a quarter and a half in the second half.
Am I correct that Bo Eaton has been a part of 5 touchdowns tonight, 2 passing, 3 rushing?
I see touchdown Stom, 18-yard run, 1-yard run, Stom touchdown, and then another 30-yard. Yeah, he's definitely done a nice job.
Big lead now for the Miners, who trailed by 1 at the half. Thompson, the freshman, nice kick, but Van Schoik.
Got him. Watch the pass. He's got it. What's the 2 inside guys? They'll give it away. Now they're gone. Peter.
From the side,
or 21. This might be a 51-26 flag.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come back. And Zane has 91 yards himself running the ball. Nice effort by all the backs. Now, Jace Herndon, I think, only carried the ball about 4 times and was met in the backfield. So perhaps that's what the defense is doing, trying to stop that inside run.
Well, actually, they only moved the football back to the 47 of Linton. So it's about 1st and 15.
Yeah, that's not really
That's almost like a procedure call.
Yeah.
Refs are not giving us any indications of what the penalties are. Eaton on a keeper to the far side, has the 50, on his feet to the 45.
Oh.
His hit, stays on his feet, and there are flags at the end of the play. Late hit, probably coming
Miner
up.
fans are cheering. Bo Eaton gets, I tell you what, Bo doesn't back down. We've known that since he was a freshman running the ball. The ball gets down to about the 42-yard line.
And 15 more are going to come on top of this one.
Probably a little bit of frustration coming from the T-Birds. They really came into this game and wanted to prove some people. I think they did, really. I think they unveiled a new offensive passing attack that people haven't seen. What killed them, Keith, is they went for a couple of long passes that were just no hope. And Stom picked one off and Hayden picked the other one off. And those 2 throws allowed Linton to get out in front.
All the way down to the North Central 27-yard touchdown catch.
That's 3 for 78. I wonder if is Kangura even standing on the sideline, because we're going to go for 2 again. I'd still like to know, Keith, I know you can't probably see it, but right around where the L is to 50, we got a kid in
yes, you're right.
And I just can't figure out who that is. Oh, it's Indiana Miller.
Yeah, 74, Indiana Miller.
Well, what happened?
That had to happen tonight.
No, he was like that earlier.
There's a 2-point conversion. It's a catch to Eberhardt. So on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, 2:28 left in the game. Linton 59, North Central 26. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Well, a 40-point second half for the Linton Miners. They lead 59-26. They trailed by 1 at the half.
And this is another one of those games where it was 20-19 at one point. They were in the contest, and yeah, I guess we're just learning that Indiana Miller is out on the sideline. Went out at halftime and was injured and is on crutches. So we'll have to fast coach about that.
Well, now it's Berg is deep where Van Schoik normally would be. And the kick is fielded by Lewis at the 23 up to the 30.
Nice tackle.
That's Bernard actually at the 35-yard line where he will go down.
So Thompson has kicked the ball pretty well, finally learning to keep the ball away from Van Schoik.
As long as Van Schoik's on the sidelines,
yeah,
we can keep it away from
all
him.
right.
At the 35, 1st and 10, North Central moving from left to right. And Linton, this final score is not going to be certainly indicative of the kind of game this one was. It was a football game through 3 quarters.
Once we got up by 2 scores, it gave us a little bit of breathing room.
Dylan Bailey is still out there. He gives the ball to Berg. Up the middle he goes, has some room to run. Across the 35, the hole closed quickly, but he gets out to the 39, picks up 4.
Paul Goodman again on the tackle, and some pretty good speed by Berg. He was a lineman, Keith, for the first 2 or 3 years that I remember him playing. Didn't wear 5. He wore 55, I think. It's hard to imagine that I remember saying Chandler Willard was in the contest at tackle. So that must have been whenever Indiana Miller was out, and hopefully he's okay. We can't really afford to lose a lineman.
Got a nice clean white jersey out there for a freshman, Alex Turner, that's in the backfield. And Turner takes the football, goes up the middle, and he gets to the 40, gains 1.
Zach Johnson in on the tackle.
3rd down coming up, 1:30 left in the ball game. Stick around after the game for the Bender Lumber postgame show. Talk to Coach Oliver. He may not be real happy with the first half. He's got to be pretty pleased overall now. I don't know if they made adjustments or what happened at halftime, but something happened.
Yeah, they really did a good job on the second, other than one drive where North Central kind of went down the field.
Oh, we got a number 70 in the backfield now, Austin Waterman.
Wow.
Full house backfield.
Oh.
They give his to Waterman. He gets across the 40 out to the 41. We're under a minute left to play. It's 4th down.
And that was Val and Franklin. Weird to see a big old number 70 out there. That is Austin Waterman, as you said, just a junior, 5'10", 235. So
North Central will have a 4th down here in about 4. We'll still have to run one more play, and North Central looks like they're going to go for it rather than to punt. Play clock down to 13, the game clock down to 23.
64.
So Bailey is over center right now.
Braxton Lannon in at defensive end. Hayden running up.
Give this to the fullback Waterman, and he does. He got close to the 1st down out to the 45-yard line, the 46. Clock stops with 6 seconds left for the chains potentially to move. It is a first down, and that probably will be the last play of the game. As soon as the chains are set, the game clock will tick off the final 6 seconds, and the Linton Miners are on a 30-game regular season winning streak. 3 straight years during the regular season, the Miners go undefeated. And that's the football game. Our final score on the Graber Post Building scoreboard, Linton 59, North Central 26. I'm Keith Dodes along with Dan Phillips. Back with our post-game show after this 2-minute timeout.
Wow.
We'll go into the Bender Lumber post-game show next. Well, we welcome you to the Bender Lumber postgame show. Bender Lumber, Highway 54 in Linton, serving your building and repair needs with the highest levels of customer satisfaction. And we'll be back with our postgame show after this timeout for Bender Lumber. Second half for the Miners, a 40-6 second half advantage there. Dan, we got to get your mic there.
I got too excited
get that all worked out. 59-26 is our final score, and I remember you encouraging Darren to have a smile on his face when he came back up here after the game. Well, he's got a smile on his face.
He got a smile on his face, caught on the camera over there. I'm kind of somewhat smiling, but the Miners came out and did exactly what we hoped they'd do in the second half on both sides of the ball. And what a job by our offensive line. Again, the Miners were able to rack up huge amounts of yards, and I'll just let you read them off because it's impressive.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that second half looked a lot like the first halves we saw against North Davies and Springs Valley, or not Springs Valley, but Sheridan. And when we play like that, we're going to be a handful during this tournament. Yardage-wise, 553 total yards for the Miners tonight, 294 on the ground. 200-yard rushers tonight. Zane Hayden, 17 carries for 136. Bo Eaton, a nice night starting at quarterback, 16 carries, 106 on the ground. And then through the air, the Miners with another 259. And Eaton comes 18 passes tonight and completes 8 of those 18 passes, 259 more yards. So a nice night for him as a starter with the rushing and the throwing, 259. Great night for Grant Stamm. We thought they might get him a little more involved there in the second half, and they went to him early for some scores. 5 catches, 172 for
Wow.
Grant tonight, 553, and a very impressive offensive display by the Miners.
Yeah, I don't recall it that Bo was even really a couple of times perhaps he was able to scramble out there. He brings some different elements to the quarterback position. But then you turn things around, and we've given up really uncharacteristic Linton yards at the half. Second half really shut down North Central. Other than the one little drive they had there, a nice job by the defense getting pressure on Bailey. Didn't let him get outside and get in some green grass.
Yeah, my yardage at halftime was just a little bit off, so if my change of calculations is right, I've got us to holding him to 80 yards in the second half. So
Yeah.
a pretty impressive performance by the Miner defense in the second half there. They end up with 175 yards on the ground. Van Schoik 116 yards on 11 carries for him. So, I mean, he's impressive,
Yeah.
10 yards per carry there, and comes away with a nice night, over 100 yards. But overall, 175, 148 through the air. They were able in the first half to find some open receivers. I think 132 of that was in the first half. So we hold them to 16 yards in the second half, and a nice job by the Miner defense overall. They give up 323, but I shouldn't maybe say overall, but definitely in the second half.
Yeah, because the first half, like you say, there was about 203 yards. We were neck and neck. I have a second half only just 78 yards. You got to remember, 54 yards of Van Schoik's numbers were on one play.
Yes.
So a great job by the Miner defense. It gives us some confidence, I think, coming into the sectional. And I worry, I hear Indiana Miller was hurt. I didn't even see that happen. So what do we know about that?
Yeah, I think that happened pretty early in the game. He was frustrated. He tried to go. I think it's another ankle injury, and he was trying to go. They'd run him in for a couple of plays and run him out and run him back in. Then they finally sat him down on the bench and put some ice on it, and he sat out the rest of the way. So we'll have to see how that goes. We're fighting a lot of injuries right now. It's that time of year, really, and you hope that you can get some guys healthy. We get the Bulldogs next week to open the tournament, but you hope you can get Rupska healthy. You hope you can get Miller back. Obviously we're missing Jace Brewer for the rest of the year, and so making some adjustments, and I think it's good to see that from the first half to the second half there was a noticeable improvement with the changes. With the linebacker changes with Rupska out too. Everybody talks about the offense and okay, Bo at quarterback, but you got the defensive side of the things too.
And we really did think that Rupska, we would miss him more on defense. And after that first half, I was kind of worried about it. But the second half, they weren't able to find those Van Schoik pitches across the middle. 2 long passes that Bailey tried to throw down, I think, were the death knell for them. They probably shouldn't have thrown them, but great defensive pass work by Staum and Hayden. Another great night by Hayden. I know Coach Oliver's breathing a big sigh of relief tonight because this looked a little scary early, but they responded, and now we've got Duggar next week. And, of course, you're going to be on vacation down playing golf somewhere.
Yeah, a little golf in Las Vegas next week, our annual fall getaway, so looking forward to that. And then
as soon as you get out there, give us the line on the football game for next week.
There you go.
Yeah. But anyway, hope you have a good trip and happy that we pulled this game out of our hat and confidence going into the sectional.
Yeah, nice to see us put together another undefeated regular season. I'm sure that's, on Coach Oliver's goal list when he took over, that was probably high on the list of what he wanted to do. I mean, not the number one goal, but I'm sure it's one of the goals that they can check off the list now for him, and I'm happy for him.
The happiest guy probably out there is Rupska not being able to go tonight and that win without him. You lose a game like this, you feel like, oh, gosh, if I'd have played. But got a lot to look forward to. Sure was nice to see all those pass yards. Grant was so open sometimes I think I could have got him the ball.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, have a good trip.
Darren Clayton after the football game. We are awaiting the arrival of head coach Brian Oliver, and he's gone down to the prayer huddle down there at the right end of the field around the goal post. The team always gets together after the football games around midfield, and then they break off into groups down by the goal post for a little prayer time. Linton goes to 9-0. They finished the regular season unbeaten for the third straight season, 59-26. This was certainly a football game early. North Central jumped on top 7-0. In fact, Linton did not lead until the 10:35 mark in the third quarter. They trailed 20-19 at the intermission and finally jumped on top on that 50-yard pass play from Eaton to Staum. The 2-point conversion went to Trent Vowell, who got a couple of those tonight, and the Miners were up 27-20. They extended that to 35-20 after a couple of back-to-back interceptions from North Central, one by Hayden, one by Staum. The one by Staum resulted in a touchdown, a 2-yard run by Eberhardt, and the Miners had a 2-possession lead. North Central did score again. They got to within 9. It was 35-26. They missed an extra point that would have made the football game just a one-possession game at 8 points. And we thought how huge that might have been, just that 1 point. It didn't turn out to be
Yeah.
needed because the Miners continued to really blow the doors off in that fourth quarter and route to a 40-6 second half advantage in a
that's impressive.
59-26 victory. We're going to take another timeout for Bender Lumber back at the station, Rebecca, and we'll try to find Coach Oliver and spot him, see what his progress is getting up here. But we'll come back with more. You're listening to the Bender Lumber postgame show from Media 5 Sports back after this timeout. Our Graber Post Building star of the game. Give Big D a chance to think about who the star of the game is going to be, and we'll have that for you right after this timeout for Graber Post Buildings. Well, a nice 59-26 victory for Linton, and people are going to hear that score on the radio and see it in the newspaper and think, wow, the Miners really shellacked the T-Birds. It wasn't that case at all.
Now 20-19 at the end of the half, and they were giving us every bit of toughness, but we came out the second half and really kind of dominated. And I had us down, Keith, the whole night. We punted once and threw an interception. Other than that, we scored every time we had it, except for the kneel down at the end of the half. So that's a pretty impressive offensive performance. And leading the way, you got Hayden at 135 and Bo with 102. And if we're going to talk star of the game, I mean, Bo, Grant Stom certainly with 5 catches, 172, 2 touchdowns. He would win this on any other night of the that we would play. And Zane Hayden with 135. But there's no way I can avoid Bo Eaton at 17 carries, 102 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Then you add to that 9 of 19 for 262 yards, 3 more touchdowns.
And he was throwing 2-point conversion passes.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe 4 of them. So, you know, he got thrown into the quarterback position tonight, and a lot of people thought, well, will we be able to move the ball? I even said it myself. We really haven't had any sustainable drives with Bo behind the quarterback. Looked a little sloppy last week against Sheridan late in the game. Tonight he was on fire. I mean, he missed a couple passes, but he hit some. Not only hit them, Keith, he hit them right in stride. These guys didn't have to stop, slow down. So just a great job by the senior Bo Eaton, and it's just good for the kid.
Well, congratulations to Bo Eaton. He's our Graber Post Building Star of the Game for being named Star of the Game. REMC is pleased to donate $50 to the Linton Athletic Department, and that from Utilities District of Western Indiana. REMC, a strong supporter of local and area high school sports. We can't thank enough our sponsors, including great folks like Brian Sparks and his staff at REMC for contributing that kind of money over the course of the season to athletic departments all over the area. And Brian Oliver is making his way over here right now. We certainly want to take our hats off to all of our sponsors who make the games possible, the people that you hear advertising throughout the broadcast, and we'll list those for you at the close of the broadcast in just a few minutes. You can help us out and keep the broadcast on the air by patronizing the people that you hear promoting themselves here on the broadcast. And if you don't need their products or services, you see them around the community, out and about, school, church, wherever, then just let them know that you tune in, you listen, and you appreciate the fact that they make the games possible, because they're the ones that allow us to bring the games to you.
No advertisers, and you could be number one in the state. It's not going to pay the bills. So
maybe in China, but not in Indiana. Here's Coach Oliver. Coach, congratulations on the victory. This North Central Ball Club really was ready to play, and really not whatever adjustments were made by the coaching staff at halftime, they were outstanding. A to 6 advantage in that second half, and this ball game certainly a lot closer than the final score indicated, but a nice win for the Miners.
Absolutely. I mean, they came out and they had a great game plan there in the first half. They found some weaknesses from our defense we ran in the last couple of weeks, so we had to adjust a little bit there. And our big thing there, I mean, at halftime we made our defensive adjustments. We moved some guys in different techniques, different position. We brought Grant in to make sure that he can cover Van Choi, and that was a big key there for us as well. She's been able, because we know that's the guy they want to go to.
Yeah.
So,
and he had success in the first half. You had about 203 yards against us. Second half, I only had you for 79 yards allowed, and you had the 154-yard run, so overall about 117 yards. So that's a pretty stellar job by your defense. And I know you're not. I can see you grimacing right now, but considering the first half, the second half, the defense looked a whole lot better.
Absolutely. I mean, you looked at our team, the way we played, it was night and day compared to the way we played the first half and the second half. And these kids knew it. They wouldn't have time. We didn't have to say a whole lot. We just had to make our adjustments. And they knew, they were disappointed in themselves the way they came out and played. But they overcame it, and this is a great group of kids. And they came out and really performed well for us in the second half, and that's what we're going to remember the second half.
And Bo Eaton really steps up this week. Of course, with great receivers like Stom and Val. You got a lot of guys involved tonight. Goodman, but he had over 200 yards passing the ball, over 100 yards running the ball. How proud of you, Bo Eaton. I know you said in the pregame with Keith that he's been waiting for an opportunity to shine, and boy, he really did a great job tonight.
He stepped up huge for us tonight. And that's what we were talking about all week, people stepping up, and he played great for us, and I'm very proud of Bo. Like I said earlier, he was waiting for the opportunity, and he really shined for us tonight.
It's really a next man up mentality, isn't it?
That's what we've been preaching. I mean, we've all worked hard. We've through the weight room, everybody has, and then all through the season practicing. And we rely on any kid. If we throw a freshman out there, we expect them to get the job done, plain and simple. And they all did it, and I'm ecstatic for those kids the way they come out and perform.
We see Michael Thompson come out of nowhere, freshman. How does this happen? He's kicking in probably just a freshman in one of the bigger games of the year.
Well, Paul Goodman's got some issues going on with his leg, and then our other kicker, he's got some issues. So we're like, well,
throw the freshman out there.
Throw the freshman, and we weren't supposed to kick the 21, but he kept kicking to him.
I knew you were having to die on that Sonic. Van Choi, say what we will about him with the yards and all that, he is a quality athlete, good hard runner.
Oh, absolutely. He is a very good athlete, and he runs hard. He's got great speed, and you could tell he's really worked hard in the offseason in the weight room. He's put on a lot of muscle since last year, and he's a great back. And we was fortunate to hold him just 100 and some yards, 117 yards.
Well, I thought the other thing that the second half we saw was Bailey wasn't getting out of the pocket as much as he was. First half he was able to kind of – we haven't seen that really much this year, able to get a good rush on him, then he's able to peel out. Looked like you got these guys to kind of come in under control rather than out of control.
That's the thing. We had our guys going way too far upfield, and they got sucked inside, and then he would roll out, and he'd have plenty of time. And the kids knew that. They knew they were messing up, but we had put them in a different technique and make sure they kept to the outside, and that was a big thing. We had to contain him. We had to keep pressure on him where he didn't have forever to throw. And his first two passes there in the second half, I think, were picks.
Yeah.
And that was a big key. And then he made a great pass down here in the end zone.
And that was just a great play all the way around. And probably the last thing, Indy Miller, I didn't even realize he'd gone out of the contest. How is his situation looking?
I really don't know. I know we had to sit him out because of an ankle, but I haven't talked to Doc Wilson yet and see. But he was able to come back in a little bit, but he was still hobbling. So our most important season's coming up next week.
And the Union game next week would be a good chance probably to get him back in 100% shape.
Absolutely. We got a lot of guys that are a little banged up from a long season. And so we might be able to rest some guys. Nothing bad about Duggar, but we might be able to rest some guys and get healed up a little bit and work on some things we haven't been able to work on a whole lot all year.
The great senior class, Coach, undefeated season, third year in a row. How big? I mean, nobody really talked much about it because, Rupska's injury, but how big is it to get another undefeated season for this group? They haven't lost a regular season game since they were freshmen.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's 15, 16 seniors out there, and they come to work every day to practice, and they come to do their job, and I couldn't ask for being a first-year head coach having this great of a senior class to work with, and I'm so ecstatic to have them. And I know our goal is to win 15, and I'm sure they're going to do everything possible to make sure we reach that.
Well, congratulations, Coach. Undefeated season. Congratulations on getting your kids to come out tonight and really played fired up. That looked a little scary in that first half, but, boy, that second half was all minor domination, and a lot of that comes from the coaching staff, what you guys did at the half.
Yes. Well, I mean, sometimes it takes a little intensity from the coaches to get them going as well.
Yeah. All right, Coach, congratulations again. Appreciate you coming up. We'll talk to you next Friday over at Duggar. That's Linton head coach Brian Oliver. After the Miners finish regular season undefeated, 9-0. They dropped North Central to 7-2. It was a 20-19 North Central lead at the intermission, but the Miners roll in the second half. Our final score, 59-26. And
Coach gets him a piece of Bob's pie.
There we go.
He was a little unhappy. There wasn't any left.
We appreciate the sponsorship of Bender Lumber for our post-game show. Bender Lumber, Highway 54 in Linton, serving your building and repair needs with the highest levels of customer satisfaction. One final programming note, next Friday night on the air at 6:30, kickoff Linton at Duggar at 7 o'clock. Again, our final score, Linton 59, North Central 26. For Rebecca Duckworth back at the station and Dan Phillips, I'm Keith Dodds. Thanks for listening, everyone. Good night from Roy Williams Field in Linton.